2 of Day 3 here at the CBTF US Premier League, a community-first, grassroots-driven movement. Thank you to our principal sponsor, CBTF Speed News. When it comes to reliable gaming and cricket prediction, CBTF is the choice. And thank you to our associate sponsor, MTR. We have with us, as we head to the toss, we have the Florida Sharks and the Carolina Eagles. I have with me Carrick Thompson, the captain of the Florida Sharks, and Ronak Sharma, the captain of the Carolina Eagles, with our umpires and our umpire coordinator, Danny Khan. Tails it is. So Carolina Eagles have won the toss. Ronak, what have you chosen to do and why?
We'll field first because I feel we have a better batting strength and I want to back my strength, so that's what we're going to do.
And what total do you look at, in these 20 overs?
I'd be happy chasing somewhere close to 130, 140 because I think that's a par score here. So that is something that, I'd want to do.
And any changes from yesterday's, or the first day squad?
Yeah, there's one change. Jigar goes out and Archana comes in.
Okay, well, all the best. Thank you. So, Carrick, what would you have done if you had won the toss?
We were going to definitely field first as well, but, nothing doesn't seem to pitch out any demons in it. It's a nice day. Ball may swing a bit early, but I'm very sure our batters will be able to handle it.
And then do you guys have any changes?
Yeah, we have 2 changes. Arsha Rivera is out, and Rikwit Bandi comes in, and Sneh Patel is out, and Adil Ahmed comes in. The extra left arm spin and the extra batter, so we should be fine. As I said, our squad is depth and balance, so all in all, bat well, bowl well, field well, you win the game.
Well, all the best.
Thank you.
Well, it's the Carolina Eagles coming up against the Florida Sharks. Carolina Eagles have won the toss, and we'll head back to the studio.
All right, so we're ready. We're ready for play. Carolina Eagles, they come up against Florida Sharks in what is expected to be a cracker of a game. The news: Carolina Eagles have won the toss, and they've decided that they'll bowl first, led by Ronak Sharma. And Florida Sharks have been sent in here, led by Kirk Thompson. So, Matt, very important matchup, top of the table clash. Both teams with 2 points each.
Should be quite a good game here between these two. Florida Sharks and Carolina Eagles. The winner here will pretty much book themselves a spot in the playoffs. Two very, very top teams filled with players that can bring about some bit of excitement to this game. Game 2 of 3 today.
So Ritwik Banda will be the man on strike. Stray Palmer has been given the ball. And Matt, yesterday we saw Stray Palmer bowled extremely good spell. It was only towards the end that he gave up quite a few, but he's a quality bowler. And we'll be quite happy that he'll be going up to play more cricket starting next week. And so Ritwik Banda is the man on strike. And so things are on the way here. A toss in which Kirk Thompson said probably if he had won the toss, he would have batted. In fact, he would have bowled. And so a little bit of change around. So Raj Nanan has come out with Ritwik Banda. And we are ready for play. Here's the first ball. Palmer runs in. Banda gets a ball, thuds him onto the pad, and this could be leg by. We'll wait and see from umpire Ritesh Patel. And in fact, that signal comes now. Doesn't matter. It's a leg by to start. So that is bring Raj Nanan onto strike. We saw Raj Nanan used effectively in the past, Matt, to bat at the top of the order. And certainly to take them out of the power play. So he's going to be an important man here. He's a quality all-rounder, Raj Nanan. And will face up to Stray Palmer. Oh, lovely stroke straight down the ground. Nanan on the charge. And that has gone for 6.
Beautiful, beautiful shot there from Raj Nanan. And has sent it flying. A gorgeous shot. And to get that all the way for 6. Definitely the best reward possible there for Raj Nanan. And the best way possible for him to get off and running. 6 first ball.
That's a lovely shot. And what we have seen in 2 and a half day of cricket. Batsman targeting the short side. And if ever there was a time to play straight, this is the tournament to do that. No elevation this time. And a good comeback delivery from Stray Palmer. Siraj Nanan certainly been sent in to get off to a good start. He's done that. A lovely shot off the bowling of Stray Palmer. Oh, quality delivery. Ball goes through to Darbar. And so a couple of good comeback deliveries there from Stray Palmer.
Yeah, he's come back well here to Raj Nanan after being hit for 6. And he's a bowler that has got some bit of pace to him here, Stray Palmer. And someone who has been definitely improving throughout the last few seasons or so, and his hard work has earned him a minor league call-up with the New England Eagles for the upcoming season, which balls off next week. So clearly some talent here in Stray Palmer.
So good delivery. They have to scamper for one chance. Throw comes in from the man. The appeal goes up, but not outsays umpire Ritesh Patel and Stray Palmer. In fact, Raj Nanan and Ritwik Banda running for all their worth. In the end, very cheeky single. So very windy conditions here at Purchase Ground. We're in the first over still. 8 for no loss. They're off to a good start. So ball driven into the onside here by Ritwik Banda. Only picks up a single. Single that brings the big hit in Raj Nanan back onto strike. In fact, the over may have been completed. It's 9 for no loss. Yeah.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 9 without loss.
Pujan Modi.
Raj Nanan and Ritvik Bansal off and running. We saw a 6 hit from Raj Nanan as Pujan Modi is brought into the attack.
Yeah, we saw Pujan Modi yesterday and ran up quite a few times to complete a couple of overs. So let's see what will happen today. So he comes into the attack here. They're off to a decent start. 9 runs off the first over. And Pujan Modi given the ball will come into ball to Ritwik Bansal. Quality player, opening batsman by trade.
Yeah, and would have opened batting towards the latter end of the minor league for the New Jersey Stallions. Would have had some bit of success with them. Would have gotten a half century against the Philadelphians, I believe, in one of the games that led to Stallions finishing the number 1 ranked team in the Eastern Zone. So clearly a player that has lots of potential. This one just left alone first up. So good start for Pujan Modi.
Yeah, we saw Pujan Modi struggling to keep the ball in line with what could be considered a legal delivery. But so far he's started pretty well here considering yesterday. They're off to 9 for no loss, the Florida Sharks. We saw a lovely strike off the first ball of the bat of Raj Nanan, but since then we've seen Stray Palmer and now Pujan Modi pull things back slightly. Wide, so Pujan Modi has started to give up extra again. Ball wide outside the off stump and extras into the card.
Takes score up now into double figures. 10 on the board for the Florida Sharks.
Oh, not a wide here, so the troubles or the woes for Pujan Modi continues here into day number 3. And a couple of wides outside the off stump has given up a couple of extras in 2 ball.
Yeah, so again, just going too wide outside off.
Oh, better delivery ball goes through to Raj Darbar.
Yeah, much better ball there from Pujan Modi. Not allowing Ritvik Bansal to get any connection on anything he's bowled. I mean, 2 of them have been wides, but hasn't gotten bat on ball in this over yet, has Bansal.
Oh, he's driving. That's a good looking shot for 4. Beats the man at mid-off. And finally, Bansal gets hold of a good shot, and that's gone for 4.
Yeah, very good looking shot there again from Ritvik Bansal. Looking to go straight to Soraj Nanan, hit a straight 6, and now Ritvik Bansal gets in on the act with a very good looking shot for 4. Takes score up to 15.
So a couple of boundaries in the innings so far. We've seen a 6, we've seen a 4. Both batsmen have already found boundaries. And Puja Modi will come into bowl to Ritvik Bansal. And this time going down the leg side, caller wide. So if there's anything that we saw yesterday, we saw Puja Modi ran up several times to finish the first over. And already, Matt, he has come what, 6 times to deliver 3 legal deliveries. The woes continues for him.
Yeah, he's finished an illegal over, but he's only halfway through a legal one.
So ball thrown back to the end of Raj Nanan, and let's take a look at what Raj Nanan has faced so far. In fact, Raj Nanan has only faced 4 balls. One of them he would have struck in the trees. And we made the point, by the time this tournament is done, a lot of those 3 limbs will be gone. Oh, cut away straight to the man at backward point. They scamper through for a bit of misfielding. And the score goes up to 17 without loss.
Raj Nanan on strike is on 7. And Raj Nanan is a player who seems to be improving the more we see him. We all know that Raj Nanan bursted onto the scene as a very good spinner, but now as we see more of him, we see more of his batting capability. And we saw him with the Manhattan Yorkers. Originally he started around maybe 7 in that middle order, and then gradually he earned his way up and he opened a couple of games. This one goes away for 4. So there's another example. Raj Nanan picks up another boundary, takes him up to 11. And a good start here for the Florida Sharks. It's 21 without loss after 2.
Well, the umpire had signaled 4, and now they're taking the bail off because might be saying that, well, it didn't reach 4, but the umpire signaled 4. And so that will stand. We'll have to double check, but the umpire did say, in fact, he's cancelled the call. And now he's cancelled the call, and so we'll have to wait and see. So the call has been cancelled, and so how many runs there? So we'll have to double check. Let's take a look at that. Well, not too sure if you'll be able to see if the ball would have gone, but the umpire says it's not 4, and the question is 2 runs. So the question is 2 runs. 2 runs off the bat of Raj Nandan. So that eventful over comes to an end, Matt. 2 overs gone, 19 without loss.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspnews.com and stay ahead.
Shrey Parmar will continue. 19 after the first 2 overs. He's gone for 8. Bansal will be on strike, is on 6, and Raj Nanan at the other end is on 9.
So they're off to a good start. They're going at 9.5 runs and over. Oh, doesn't time it well. Eludes the fielder. Is that Christopher Ramsaran? They come back for a couple of runs, so 2 more runs. So 2 more runs to Florida Sharks. They go up to 21 without loss, and this is over number 3. So no ball 2. So a lot of things happening here in the short innings so far, Matt. We've seen no ball, we've seen wides, we've seen cancelled call. So here's a free hit ball. Bansal on strike. And he tried to smash this out of the park. Doesn't go too well, and the ball goes through to Raj Darbar.
So yeah, nothing from the free hit ball. Ritvik Bansal looking for a wild swing, as anyone would on a free hit delivery, not getting hold of anything.
So they're up to 22, as you can see from your screen. And again, a couple of good balls in this over from Shrey Parmar. Would have conceded a no ball that has gone for 2, but relative to that, Matt, a couple of good balls, including the free hit ball. So very important matchup here for the Florida Sharks and Carolina Eagles, both teams at the top of the table. And at the end of this game, we could see a separation of the top of the table teams, Matt. How is that going to play out in that division?
Well, the winner here will definitely be on course for playoffs. Carolina Eagles and Florida Sharks, both teams winning their opening game. Florida Sharks, don't think they played yesterday. Carolina Eagles did. So Florida Sharks coming off a day's rest. This one in the air, fielder, it's gone over his head. And just a single.
Yeah, well, the ball was in the air for some time. Fielder backpedaling. In the end, a run there for Florida Sharks. So they're being led by Kirk Thompson. And Kirk Thompson would have lost the toss, and they were asked to bat first. Spoke with Kirk Thompson. He had said if he had won the toss, they would have been bowling first. They wanted to chase, but sometimes the toss is a lot to do with chance. There's no skill at the toss. Oh, lofted into the offside. Has he given the man a chance? No, he hasn't. And that's gone for another maximum.
There's no skill at the coin toss, but there was definitely a lot of skill there from Raj Nanan. Smashing that one all the way for 6. Another good-looking shot. We saw him play a very good-looking shot in the first over. And now another one. Beautiful from Raj Nanan. And he's gone after Shrey Parmar again. Another 6, and he flies up to 15.
So a couple of sixes there. And Matt, what we have seen in the parking lot, once the ball goes into the parking lot and hits the concrete, and it starts to roll away. It's a long way. This parking lot is a very big one. And so if you're chasing a ball there, and then to add insult to injury, sometimes it go under the car. Oh, lofted again. That's more runs here for Raj Nanan. 6 more.
Another good shot from Raj Nanan. He's playing some brilliant shots today. And he definitely seems to be in a mood, so more work for the fielders to go and retrieve that one. 35 without loss. A flying start here from the Florida Sharks.
So 3 of us gone, 35 without loss.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with the cricket 35 in quick time. And they're going mad at 11 runs over, 11 runs and over. And it's 35 without loss. Raj Nanan on fire. He's up to 21 in quick time.
Yeah, and this has been a treat to watch some of the shots he's played. All of them gone for 6. Raj Nanan, very attacking player. And I was making the point earlier that Raj Nanan is a player, as a batsman especially, has really improved. He's worked his way up from the lower order, and now he's an opening batsman, and a successful one as well, as we're seeing here today. A no-nonsense player. And I'm sure we'll see him with the ball later on.
So the action shifts to Ritwik Bansal. And we'll have to pick up the bowler's name. One of the challenge we'll have, and the scores we'll have, because the bats, it's been a chilly day, and a lot of the fielders have opted to put on a jacket over their shirt. So we'll have to figure out the bowler's name here, but it's 35 without loss. They're going at 11.6 and over. And so first bowling change. So Amin has been given the ball. Rushikesh Amin, the leg spinner, has been given the ball, will come into bowl to Bansal. So he replaces Trey Palmer. Or in fact, he has replaced Pujan Modi. And so he replaces Pujan Modi and will come here at 35 for no loss. Amin, we saw the day before, bowled extremely well. In fact, yesterday, he's a finger spinner, left arm finger spinner, and will come into bowl to Bansal. Ball tugged into the onside. They could pick up a couple of runs here, running up towards the boundary, and in fact it trickles away. 4 more runs this time off Bansal's bat.
Yeah, shorter one, and Ritwik Bansal just tugging that one away into the leg side and picks up his second 4 and takes the score up to 39. So keeping a healthy run rate here early on are the Florida Sharks.
They're going at 12.3 at the moment. Can't ask for a better start. We're still in the 4th over. Ball cracked into the offside. Good fielding by the man in the offside. And no run, Matt. So yesterday we saw Ranak Sharma. He's a quality leg spinner, but he didn't bowl yesterday. And we saw the likes of Christopher Ramsaran, Ankaraju, and Rushikesh Amin, the man operating here, of course, with Trey Palmer and Pujan Modi. Couple of good balls here to come back here from Amin. He bowled well yesterday. And the challenge is on. They've got to pull this run rate down. It's over 11 at the moment. And both Raj Nanan and Ritwik Bansal has batted well. Should have done a lot more with that, Matt. It's a drag down.
Yeah, can only find the fielder there, Ritwik Bansal. But definitely not one of Amin's best deliveries.
So ball stroked out towards the onside. This has been a very good over, considering the first ball would have gone for 4. But look at that, he has followed up with 4 quality dot deliveries. These deliveries, they make a big impact in a T20 game. And this one into the onside. Has he found the gap? No, he hasn't, but they'll come back for a couple of runs. And after 4 is 41 without loss. 41 without loss at the end of 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So we're back with the cricket. You're watching the Carolina Eagles and Florida Sharks fixture. And this is a big matchup. Both teams haven't lost. One will at the end of this match. Even if it goes to a super over, we will have a winner. So it could be a double change here, as we saw Armin replacing Moody. And now we'll wait and see who will pick up the attack here. And they'll be replacing Sri Palmer. So it appears to be Hiran Patel. And Matt, we know Hiran Patel. We've seen him kept. We've seen him bad, but I've never seen him bowl. So this is new to us.
Yeah, I've never seen him bowl either. I've known him as a great gloveman. So this is an interesting move here, and I'm curious to see how Hiran does.
What we saw yesterday, we didn't see Ranak Sharma bowl, so not sure why, but they're off to a quick start. Raj Nanan will be the man on strike. 41 on the board. So ball worked into the onside, can't score. Good start here from Hiran Patel. Very versatile cricketer. We know he can keep, we know he can bat. Now he's come to bowl what, some leg spin?
Work to be done here for the Carolina Eagles, because you've got Raj Nanan, who's on 21 of just 8 deliveries. And Ritvik Bansal has played a few shots as well. Nanan gets an edge, this one running away. Running away quite slowly though, so only a single. Nanan up to 22 and hands things over to Ritvik Bansal. A good opening partnership here, a solid one of 42. And they've gone on a healthy run rate so far of 9.6. Not much better can it get here for the Florida Sharks. A good start, given they've still got some powerful batters to come, the likes of the captain, Kirk Thompson, Christopher Barnwell, Garanshu Sharma.
Yeah, Garanshu Sharma, we saw batted extremely well, Matt, on the opening day. And a player who likes to go onto the offside and play straight. Garanshu Sharma would like the dimensions of these ground here today. As Bansal comes back into strike, they're off to a very good start. We saw a very good over from Amin, considering the carnage or the semi-carnage that has happened. Runs going at 10 and 11 runs and over. He's bowled an over for only 6. Wide is a signal from umpire Ritesh Patel. The two umpires officiating this one is Ritesh Patel and umpire Irfan. Local umpires from the region.
Not a bad over here from Hiran Patel. In fact, it's a pretty good one. He's only gone for 2 in this over so far. Has kept things very quiet given the context.
Look at that, can't score again. Yes, you're right on that. Hiran has kept a good over. And so far, with one more ball remaining, we'll have to wait and see where he finishes up. But so far, there have only been 2 in the over, including a wide. Oh, full toss. Should have done more. We'll only get a single. Ball goes up towards the onside. And so that completes a very good over here from Hiran Patel. Is 44 without loss, 5 gone.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट
So, 44 without loss. Christopher Ramsaran looks to be coming into the attack.
Yeah, we made a point yesterday that we're never going to have a problem with identifying Christopher Ramsaran, shirt or no shirt. Numbers or no numbers, Matt. He certainly stands out with that hairdo.
Yeah, he does, Christopher Ramsaran.
So another leg spinner. He comes into bowl to Bansal. They're off to a good start. But we've seen... Oh! Into the hands of the fielder. A short mid-on. Stray Palmer has come up with a stunner. Bansal gone.
Yeah, Ridvik Bansal was having a bit of a mixed time at the crease. Was hitting a few boundaries, but was having trouble kind of handing the strike over. And in the end, an innings of 16 comes to an end. A shorter delivery from Ramsaran. And looking to get that away into the leg side. And in the end, Stray Parmar, after a juggle, holds on to it in the end. So right away, Chris Ramsaran brought into the attack and gets the wicket.
So Bansal gone. Goranshu Sharma comes to the middle. And we've seen some excellent catching in this tournament. We saw Kapil Khanna, as Nikhil would have mentioned, he's having an outstanding series. Kapil Khanna, one of outstanding catch we saw yesterday, but this one has to be ranked high. Stray Palmer, very short range, and he was able to stop the ball first of all. A little bit of ballooning, but he held on to it for dear life. And the elegant, prolific Goranshu Sharma comes to the middle, and if he gets going today like he did a couple of days ago, it's going to be a treat to watch.
Goranshu Sharma, quality player, headed to the Empire State Titans for the upcoming minor league. Was one of the top performers from the Eastern Zone last year for the Manhattan Yorkers. Has now moved to the Titans for the upcoming season.
So Ramsaran, first ball wicket. Oh, into the onside, and it's gone for 6. Goranshu Sharma, first ball he sees, he takes it out of the park. This is commanding batting. 50 comes up.
Well, there's definitely a contrast. First ball into the attack from Ramsaran has picked up a wicket, and then second ball has gone for 6 off of the batter Goranshu Sharma. And as you said, he's not wasting any time. He's out here to play attacking and keep that run rate up. First ball 6.
Yes, Matt. Speaking of contrast in T20 cricket, Pollard and the Sri Lankan man.
Akila Dhananjaya. Well,
yeah.
Christopher Ramsaran will be hoping he doesn't repeat another Dhananjaya after what, at least the second part, would have picked up a hat-trick, and then the next over he bowled would have been hit for 6 sixes.
Oh, again, Sharma goes big, and it's gone a long way. Couple of 6s.
Yeah, Ramsaran is giving Goranshu Sharma a few shorter ones, and Goranshu Sharma has played similar shots and has gotten the exact same result. So wicket 6-6. Goranshu Sharma in a mood here straight away.
Yeah,
you can tell he's been itching to get out there.
Yeah, he's a quality player, and it really shows you the level of Goranshu Sharma versus Ramsaran. He's a class. Goranshu Sharma is one of the top talented upcoming USA player. What for this man? He's up to 12 in just a couple of balls. Ramsaran under pressure. And this time, oh, look at that, straight down the ground. And this one has gone for 4.
Yeah, another one, a full toss now from Ramsaran. And Goranshu Sharma goes straight, and those straight boundaries will give you runs, and it goes for 4. So Christopher Ramsaran started the over the best way possible, but now is struggling for answers here against a blazing Goranshu Sharma.
So 16 off the over, first ball wicket. And Sharma has gone quickly up to 16. Look at that. Here is Ramsaran. Oh, pulled. It's gone for 6 in the come box. Everyone scampering for cover. And Goranshu has struck another 6. Maybe threatening the equipment here in the come box.
Yeah, another big 6 from Goranshu Sharma. Ramsaran going too short again. And Goranshu Sharma is just targeting that leg side. Another 6, a big over here for the Florida Sharks, and Goranshu Sharma.
What have you done to him? Why is he targeting you? Oh, into the offside. More runs here for Sharma. Will pick up at least a couple. They come back quickly. And what an over we have seen. A 24 runs over comes to a close. 68 for 1 at the end of 4. Nickel will come back into the box. But after a very rampaging start here from the Florida Sharks.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead
So welcome back, Nikhil. You've got to be impressed with the work Garanshu Sharma has taken this game.
But it's a scintillating start from one of the strongest teams in this tournament, the Florida Sharks. And they're showing the depth. Rajnanan again off to a good start for his team. But also, Garanshu Sharma, what an over that was. 24 from 5 balls. Christopher Ramsaran is one of the more experienced bowlers, spinners in this tournament. Doesn't matter though, he's been taken apart.
So Hiran Patel and Nikhil, during all this carnage, Hiran Patel has slipped in an over for only 3 runs. Will that last? Raj Nanan is drawn forward looking for a single, and that will bring the exciting Garanshu Sharma, who's taken this match by storm. What an over we've seen.
And he's back on strike. I'm interested to see though, how does he change the way he plays now outside of the power play? I think it doesn't matter about restrictions when he's hitting the ball like that out of the ground, but still, obviously with fielders on the boundary, gives you more opportunity to take wickets. Winds have really picked up here at Sunny Purchase.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple of the boundary board going into the bushes. They've crossed the road. Sharma gets a good ball. So Hiran Patel, we made a point. We know he's a keeper. He's been the gloveman. We know he can bat. Never seen him bowl. So far, he's held up well.
This start really makes you think about the total that they can get up to. Obviously, when you have the likes of Barnwell, Searles, Kurt Thompson as well, to come over the top. That is majestic stuff from Garanshu Sharma. Inside out over extra cover. One of the toughest shots in the book to play.
That's his favorite shot, I gotta tell you. All that we have seen on the onside cannot be compared with the liking of Garanshu Sharma. That's his strong area. And that's a lovely shot for another maximum. That's his 4th maximum so far.
30 from 7 deliveries. At this stage, 200 plus on the cards. The Carolina Eagles have had no answers for them. Obviously picking up a win in their first game, the Eagles. But they've been met with brute force.
So he's got 11 balls to probably try and match Prajapati, who got a 18 ball 50 in the earlier game, Nikhil.
I can tell you, if he continues like this, he'll easily beat that.
So he's got 11 balls to get 20 runs, and the way he's going, a couple of big strikes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A flat one this time. 6 more.
He's prolific, very prolific in that cow corner area. We saw a couple on the back foot in the previous over. A couple tugs into the onside that easily clear the ropes. This one, slog sweep. He's got all the shots in the book. 360-degree player. Garanshu Sharma. Been very impressed with what I'm seeing from this man.
So problems there for Ranak Sharma. We've seen Christopher Ramsaran going for 24. We've seen Hiran Patel 14 in this over so far. With these 2 bowlers, will they diminish the options here for Ranak Sharma? 82 on the board.
Raj Nanan, who was the man of the match in the last game, he's taken a back seat to things because of the power of Sharma and what he's been able to do.
So they've only lost the wicket of Ritwik Bansal for 16, but who would mind 82 on the board? They're going over 12 runs and over. We're still a long way to go. Sharma on 36, threatening a 50 made by Prajapati. 18 ball 50 not too long ago. All of a sudden that is under a bit of threat to be overhauled and certainly broken. Oh, 6 more. 6 more for Goranshu Sharma. Ball heading down the wrong line here from Hiren Patel. That's gone for 6.
Did you say 18 balls for 50? He's 42 and 9. That's half the balls. It runs away from the milestone. Forget a 50. He could be looking at a triple figure score the way he started. 42 from 9 balls.
And the fact is, when Prajapati would have left the field, Nikhil, I'm pretty sure that he might be thinking, well, I'll enjoy that record at least for the day. It's only been an hour, and that record is on the verge of being toppling here by the aggressive Goranshu Sharma.
6 maximums in this 42 for Goranshu Sharma. I'm pretty surprised we haven't seen this before, though. When you think about the hitters that you have on display in this CBTF USPL, it was only a matter of time before somebody exploited the small boundaries on offer, the straight boundary, especially where he scored 4 of those maximums over Kaukorna. Really has been a treat to watch. Anytime you have Raj Nana and a man with so much power that won the man of the match in the first game, taking a back seat, you know you're doing something right.
So 42 to Sharma. And I think he's been generous on that ball. So 7 overs gone, 88 for 1. They're going at 12.5 runs and over. Sharma on 42 not out.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspnews.com and stay ahead.
So another bowling change as expected, Nikhil. Not too sure if you would ask Christopher Ramsaran to bowl. Raj Nanan this time on strike. And it looks like Ankar Raju has been given the ball. We'll confirm that. And one of the issues we will have as scorers and commentators is to pick up the players. And because it's a chilly day, the players have opted to play with a light jacket over there. So Ankaraju, Morali, Ankaraju has been given the ball.
The way I feel, Lenny, you need a winter jacket, not a light jacket. It's too cold. Very cold weather here in New York.
I think, Nikhil, you complained too much yesterday. Yesterday was too hot. Today is too cold. We'll have to figure out what happens tomorrow. Welcome to New York weather. It changes by hours.
It's hard to please a man from paradise, Barbados.
You got 2 more days. So Raj Nanan and Ankar Raju starts with a shortish ball and gives a strike over to Goranshu Sharma.
You got awareness by Nanan as well. Aware that even though, yes, we know he can clear the ropes and find boundaries, the way his partners struck the ball, get him back on strike and let the carnage continue.
So he's on a 10-ball 42. We saw a 50 being scored off 18 balls from Vandit Pratapaji, or Prajapati, sorry. 89 for 1 here. Goranshu is 8 runs away. And he's well within 18 balls. He's only faced 10 so far. So he goes through the offside, protection out in the deep, and only a single hands the strike over to Raj Nanan.
No surprises that the score rate has slowed a tad outside of that power play. It'll be so important, though, that these two continue to pile on the runs, build a platform for those hitters to come. Missed out on that. Raj Nanan went length. Awan, but has had some good performances in this tournament as well. Ankaraju.
Yeah, Ankar Raju is sort of a specialist in taking pace off the ball and rolls his finger Over the seam of the ball, that gives you that little bit of the throw comes in, direct throw. Irfan is saying that out, but that's a very tight single.
Yeah, definitely think he got home in the end. Good camera work showing that. I think he just may have reached in the end. Rajnana, a tall man, got big long strides. I think somebody's going to give here though. Just 3 runs scored from this over so far. 2 deliveries remaining. Don't think Garanshu Sharma's looking to be too tentative. The start he's gotten. Can expect this one to go flying as well.
So 3 runs over so far from Ankaraju. Considering what has happened, this is a very stellar effort here from Murali Krishna Ankaraju.
Yeah, just tucked into the onside. Just be a single. Good bowling, good comeback from the Eagles. Even though they've got off to this fly, you have to always bear in mind, game is far from over. They've already shown that they can win in this tournament, the Eagles. Got to take it over by over. Look to pull things back. Wickets will be key in helping that. Go straight up. The keeper under it. And not sure what has happened there. Really should have been taken by the keeper. It was the keeper's catch. He called for it and didn't attempt.
Well, that's a drop catch by 3 men. The keeper, and the bowler, and the other fielder there. That's a drop catch. 93 for 1, 8 overs gone.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
You gotta go to that over.
So going out over 11.5 and over. Partnership worth 49 between the two.
So Anvesh Budanini comes into the attack. And Nikhil, this is the 7th bowler being used here. And that's how much this bowling has been put under pressure by Raj Nanan. And to a greater extent, Garanshu Sharma, a play and a miss. And a good start here from Budanini.
He only bowled 1 over in the last game. It was the final over. He got 2 wickets, kept it extremely tight. So because he's impressed, the captain opting to bring him in much early, I think it's the right move as well. Pace off has been so much more difficult to hit on this synthetic surface. Another cutter, leg cutter that time. Another dot delivery. So good comeback in the last couple of overs since the end of that power play to get back into this game.
Yeah, Nikhil, I thought the scores would have been 92 for 2. Ball went up in the air in the previous over. Into the offside. Could get a couple of runs here as Raj Nanan. He comes back for 2. Takes the score up closer to 100. It's 95 for 1. But we saw in the last over a bit of a top head shot off the bat of Raj Nanan that went a begging. 3 men depending on the keeper. He comes down the track, misses the ball completely. So this has been a very good over here from Anvesh Budanini. An over that's only gone for 2. You look at if you could look at the Manhattan skyline that we have access to, you've seen some tall buildings.
Another good slower delivery, good change of pace. Got to close up this over well, Budaneni.
So Garanshu Sharma, he's up on 46. He has struck 6 maximums so far. And if he can get one, it'll be the fastest 50 in this year's CBTF USPL tournament, phase 1. Still, we're just about halfway through the tournament, so we all know records will be set and records will be broken. We've already seen one set by Prajapati, but that's on the verge of being broken here by this man, Garanshu Sharma. So the 9th over comes to an end. It's 97 for 1. Sharma on 45 and Raj Nanan on 29.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
Last 2 overs, they've only conceded 9 runs. Really good comeback from the Eagles. That's how you have to get back into this game. Keep things tight, build pressure. They created an opportunity which wasn't taken to dismiss Garanshu Sharma. Can they build enough pressure to take another wicket in this over?
So a good looking shot here from Sharma. Could come back for a couple of runs, and that is because the man has fumbled out at the deep area, and that takes the score up to 99. Sharma goes up to 47. So Ankaraju will come into bowl to Sharma, 99 on the board. And he comes down the track, careless looking shot, goes through to the keeper.
And you can see how a couple of economical overs brings you back into this game. They were going at 15 runs an over in the power play. All of a sudden it's down to 10. The more dot balls you string together, maybe a wicket here or there. All of a sudden, different game. Can't lose focus of what's at stake.
Yeah, and Karaju did create an opportunity, a catch that's supposed to have been taken. Not know what was the mix-up. I think everyone waited on the keeper. Into the onside, only a single. This has been a very good over here from Ankaraju. Ankaraju has bowled well. The first over would have gone for 4, and so far 3 balls into this over, he's only given up 3. Good bowling.
Yeah, you also expect the winner of this game, given the fact that both of these teams have won their first, should qualify for that next group. Both teams will want that security going into their final group stage game that they'll be through.
So ball tugged into the onside, and Nikhil, when you look at the batting to come, it still could be frightening. We've still got Christopher Barnwell, top player. Mitul Shah, he's a man who's played for the Orlando Galaxy minor league team. He's a top quality player. And then of course Kirk Thompson, who's been on the CPL circuit. So still a lot of batting to come, including the 2 out in the middle. This has been very, very good bowling from Ankaraju. He's been able to contain both Raj Nanan and Garanshu Sharma.
Yeah, certainly it's good stuff. Very good stuff from the Eagles in the last 3 overs. This one, just conceding 5. If they can keep this to less than a boundary, the comeback that they would have made since the power play, these are the moments that can change the game, can decide a result for you. Good cricket by the Eagles not to disengage. Excellent, excellent close out to a good over. Halfway stage of this innings, and I think the Eagles are clawing their way back into this one. 103 for 1 after 10.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
So you're watching the CBTF USPL Phase 1 tournament. We've seen a lot of good cricket matches. We've seen a lot of good personal performance. You look on your screen there. Two men out in the middle. Raj Nanan, he's had an outstanding season so far. And Garanshu Sharma, how special he has been. And when he comes on strike, he has an opportunity, Nikhil, to equal Prajapati record of a 50 and 18 balls. He has struck 49 from 17, so he's on the verge of equaling that. Or whether or not Prajapati's record will hold up, we'll have to wait and see. Raj Nanan on strike.
Really good shot, really well timed. Man at the boundary has work to do, can't cut it off. So Raj Nanan, he's watched for a long time. After a really ferocious start, picking back up the momentum of his innings.
Yeah, we've seen a quality over from Budanini in his previous one, only going for 4, but the first ball here has gone for 4. And the action has been picked up here from Raj Nanan. He goes up to 35. And the score is 107 for 1, still 59 balls to be bowled.
Much better from Budaneni. Have to pull back that length. Anytime bowlers in this tournament have gone too full, that straight boundary been exploited. You just, with this synthetic surface, ball doing a bit beyond a good length. Give the ball time to react.
So big moment coming up. 49 is Garanshu Sharma. He can only equal the record of Prajapati. 18 ball 50. He will need to get a 50 off this ball to be on equal footing with Prajapati. He goes for 6. 49 and 6. 55 Garanshu Sharma. He comes in level with Prajapati. That's gone for 6.
What an amazing innings from Sharma. Just what his team needed. 55 from 18 balls. Wow. Just when I thought we saw it all from Prajapati, Garanshu Sharma says he can do better.
Well, he's up to 55 from 18 balls. Prajapati has scored 52 from 18 balls. So if you want to get technical, it's a better performance here from Sharma. 114 for 1. This over's gone for 11.
And after a couple of really tight overs, this is important for the Sharks. Just that they don't get too bogged down, not too many dot balls. They had just scored about 4 runs and over in the last 3 prior to this over. So this was much needed to get them back on track, back firing. Want to keep building that momentum as you progress throughout the 20 overs.
So a lot of batting to come. Mitul Shah, Kirk Thompson, Christopher Barnwell, Jay Patak, another one who can bat. And Nikhil, what we have seen in the other franchise in this tournament, they come back for a couple of runs off the bat of Raj Nanan. What we have seen in the other team, we have seen them top heavy, maybe 1, 2, and 3, and then it eases out in the middle. Florida Sharks look quite solid from 1 to 6 at least. It's a big difference, a top team.
But we say that, but we haven't actually seen that middle order as yet in this tournament. Obviously in the last game, small total to chase. The top orders, well, the top 3s who got all the runs. So looking forward to seeing as this innings progresses how the likes of Barnwell and others can perform. End of 11, 118 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
118 for 1. You're now joining us after 11 overs. Match number 2 of day 3 in this CBTF USPL.
Yes, Nikhil, and later on coming up, Cowboys will come up against Cavaliers. Ryan Scott taking on the likes of Jaladua. So Pujan Modi gets another ball and comes into the attack. We saw Pujan Modi messing with the umpire's timing yesterday. May have allowed the game to go a little longer than what it's supposed to do. A single here to Raj Nanan and brings the attacking Goranshu Sharma with already a 50 in the bag. It's 119 for 1.
Yeah, these two should have the license, though, to go. 119 for 1. Still 9 wickets remain. A lot of batting depth, as we keep speaking about. But what's important, I don't want to take for granted, is that we've seen big players come to this tournament. They haven't all been able to fire. Think about Lendl Simmons, Dwayne Smith. Haven't seen them in their full forms. And that's because of this matting surface. I think it's taken a while for players to adjust and adapt. Barnwell, of course, has a bit more experience playing on a lot of cricket in New York. He's been struck there, Goranshu Sharma. Let's hope he's okay.
So Goranshu Sharma, what strides has this young man made in the last couple of years? He's gone from good to very, very good. His cricket has gone upwards in the last couple of years, and look at that. He's really giving us a display of talent straight out towards the mid-on area here, and does well to keep the ball in play, and they come back for a couple of runs.
You have to keep that attacking intent going.
So 51 balls still to be bowled. If they get run a ball from there, that's about 170 plus. Oh, he's opted into the air. Fielder comes in. Again, he falls in no man's land. So Sharma, they love him batting so much, they don't want to get him out. 122 for 1.
I don't think that fell in no man's land. It should have been taken. Two fielders falling in between them. Have to do better than that. The Eagles in the field. Could be a costly moment. Second time they've put Goranshu Sharma down. Ramsden was running from the boundary. Always easier to run forward as opposed to run back. But I think what threw him off was the mid-wicket fielder. He just was under it for a while. Gave the impression that he was going to attempt. Lack of communication costing the Eagles.
So Sharma would have given them a bit of a chance when he was on 39, and he's given them another one here on 59. And I would agree, they're both chances. Ball knocked up in the middle of the pitch, and no one was able to really got under the ball. 123 for 1. This over's gone for 5. Not bad here from Pujan Modi. And the fact is, Pujan Modi has stayed away from bowling a wide. This is good bowling.
This one should be taken. It is plucked out of the air. One-handed catch by Anvesh Budaneni. And finally, after 2 lives, Goranshu Sharma is walking back. Important wicket finally taken by the Eagles.
So it's 123 for 2. 12 overs gone. Good success here for Pujan Modi. And that's the latest score here at Port Chase University ground.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Anvesh Budaneni will continue. It's 123 for 2. Raj Nanan on 41. Christopher Barnwell has replaced Goranshu Sharma. And so Anvesh Budaneni will come into bowl to Raj Nanan.
So Barnwell, no surprises to see him at number 4. Perfect time for him. 8 overs, has some time to get in. Don't think he'll want to use up too much time given the momentum, the platform that's been set. But he's a man, especially down the ground. Saw him play a couple shots in the Unity Cup. You were there, Lenny. Hit the ball to all parts for the Atlanta Fire.
Yes, complete all-rounder is Christopher Barnwell, very experienced player. And Budaneni will come into bowl to the former Guyana first class and once a CPL player, once an IPL and CPL player. And the fact is, Nikel, you watch the pair out in the middle. They play for the same local club in Guyana, Demerara Cricket Club. A club that has produced some great West Indian players. I think Roy Fredericks came out of that club. The Harper boys, Mark and Roger Harper. Clive Lloyd is a man from the DCC Cricket Club. And Christopher Barnwell and Raj Nanan hails from that club. They currently plays for that club. And I want to think, I stand corrected on this one. I think Trevon Griffith also plays for that club these days. So the Demerara Cricket Club will be quite happy with the way things have gone and the way things have turned out for both Raj Nanan and Christopher Barnwell. Oh, there we go. All the ease in the world. We know it was going to come. The question is when. It has come.
Way too full from Budaneni. At that pace to Christopher Barnwell. Oh no, you don't give him that. Don't give him anything. Just too full. Not the best bowling and planning from the Eagles.
Yeah, a player like Barnwell, Nikel, you probably want to push him off the back foot. The question is, who can push him off the back foot? And the question is, he also is a good puller. 130 for 2. Barnwell gets off the mark with 6. So always when the ball runs into the parking lot, that's a very flat concrete surface, so the ball trickles away for a very, very long way. So it's 130 for 2, 43 balls still to be bowled. They're going at 10, over 10 runs and over. Raj Nanan, he's up on 42. He got a 40 the other day. And so he's scoring heavily in this tournament so far. So here is Anvesh Budaneni. Oh, he goes into the air. Has he given someone a chance? Fielder settles under it, takes the catch. And Barnwell goes cheaply for only 6. It's 130 for 3.
Well, it's an important strike, but it's a brave move as well. I think the length was slightly shorter, which didn't allow Barnwell to get enough distance on it. And that's a huge wicket for this Carolina Eagles team. Barnwell goes for 6, 130 for 3. So Kurt Thompson, the captain, comes to the middle. That's what I was mentioning, though. Yes, you have these hitters throughout the tournament, but on this matting, seen it all. So many variables to deal with.
Yes, Nikel, it's also been a bit of a windy day. So you'll have to take the wind factor into consideration. So Kirk Thompson, the captain, comes to the middle. Raj Nanan will be the man on strike. And it looks like Pujan Modi will continue. Seen Pujan Modi bowled a way better line today. We saw him struggling yesterday. And not to keep harping on Pujan Modi's performance yesterday, but we saw him running up, what, 13 times. So Kirk Thompson comes to the middle. That's the captain. A man with a bit of CPL experience and quality player. And Nikhil, like anything else, sometimes it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you end up. Kirk Thompson struggling to make a couple of runs, and in the end, not one of the best throws, and he gets home safely. In the end, it's 132 for 3. Kirk Thompson looked like he...
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम
Only 2 balls, ball.
So ball lofted into the air, and all of a sudden, Nikhil, we're beginning to see some better bowling performance here from the Carolina Eagles. It's 133 for 3.
Yeah, 3 balls left in this over. Just 2 runs from it. Wonder how Raj Nanan plays in this situation now.
And I'm surprised. That Kirk Thompson on strike. Oh, in the air! And another drop catch. So this one in the air for a long time. It gets into his hand, very hard hands, and it pops out. Kirk Thompson survives. So 45 to Raj Nanan. Kirk Thompson picks up his first run, and it's 134 for 3.
Yeah, Raj Nanan has quieted down since the fall of the wicket of Gauranshu Sharma. We see that often in T20 cricket, just slowing the rate at times. He has to take that aggressive roll down, though. Been there for 31 deliveries. Well set. He just does just that. Helps it along its way. 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. Got a bit of extra bounce on that occasion, Modi. But Raj Nanan even better to the task. 1 away from a half century as well.
What you got?
So they're going at 10 runs and over just about. And 6 overs left. Surely anything less than 200, I think this Florida Sharks team will be very disappointed. He's played really well here, Raj Nanan. Still a lot of batting to come. Javon Searles bats at number 4 for his local club in Barbados, Gladiola. So he can bat. We know he can finish the innings. We've seen him at the CPL level for TKR for a number of years.
So Nikhil, I'm surprised Amin has been taken off, and well, still overs to come, but Amin has bowled an over for 6 during all the carnage. Thompson strokes this one into the offside. Can't score. And so we come down to the last 35 balls, 138 for 3. If you've missed what has happened earlier on, Bansal fell for 16. Gauranshu Sharma at 18 ball 50. He was out for 59. And Christopher Barnwell, he fell for 1 scoring shot of 6. Flicked into the onside, and again, fielders waiting on bounces. And so it's 139 for 3. Anvesh Budanini is the bowler. Raj Nanan on strike. He's up to 49. It's 139 for 3. So that's 50 for Raj Nanan. Well played, 50. It's 140 for 3.
Consecutive half centuries for the all-rounder from Guyana, impacting the game crucially for his team with ball and bat. He's been asked to open in this tournament. He's done perfectly well for them.
Yeah, the scoring will have to be updated. It's 140 for 3. Thompson on 2. He's the man on strike. Oh, lofted into the onside. This could go onto the road. In fact, the fielder has taken the catch. And what an excellent catch by the man at the deep mid-wicket area. And we'll have to wait and see. In fact, Kirk Thompson goes. It's 140 for 4. What a catch.
Yeah, didn't get the distance. Second time he's tried to play that shot in the onside. And second time he hasn't timed it well. Field at the boundary, finally takes the catch. So even though they've put down some chances, the Eagles, they haven't been punished too badly. Garanshu Sharma was put down, was dismissed in the same over. Now Kurt Thompson, gone shortly after. 140 for 3.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Javon Searles walks in at number 5.
Go eat.
A very important role for him to finish this innings. Just losing the way through the middle. Remember at one stage in the power play they were scoring at 15 runs and over. All of a sudden that rate has dropped below 10, and that's what wickets help with.
So we've got 32 balls remaining. Budanini has picked up 1. In fact, Budanini has picked up a couple of wickets. He got a wicket of Christopher Barnwell. Now he's picked up the wicket of the captain, Kirk Thompson. And Javon Searles comes to the middle with 32 balls still to be bowled. Raj Nanan, he's got his second half century of the series. And you're watching the Carolina Eagles and Florida Sharks fixture. The ball guided into the offside, and Nikhil, I'm just wondering, Javon Searles, what helmet, what kit is he sporting with that helmet there?
That's his TKR helmet. You can see the gold. There are 2 deliveries remaining in this over. Budanini, this has been a good spell. In the scheme of things, team scoring at 10 runs and over. Just because to concede 29 and take 2 wickets. Very good finish, so a good decent spell from Anvesh Budanini. I think he's shown sort of a blueprint of how to be successful. Pace off into the pitch. And the 15, 5 remain, 142 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So after 15 overs, 142 for 4. Matthew rejoins me. Game well set, well poised. The Sharks definitely want to get up to 200 at least. Murali Ankaraju back into the attack. 2 overs, which you expect him to bowl in these last 5.
Raj Nanan has been out there the whole way so far. 51 of 35 deliveries. He's batted very well. Played some very good looking shots. Looking to go again, this time not getting the power, not getting the elevation. So a good start to the over from Ankaraju. He has bowled well, 2.1 overs, none for 11. Nanan and Seals, you'd feel, will have some bit of work to do, given that they lost the wickets of Garanshu, Barnwell and Kirk Thompson in quite quick succession. Looking to just get things back on track with a big partnership to finish things off.
It's important though that Javon Searles doesn't throw it away. Can take some time to get in because Rajnan at the other end is well set. He can score. You don't want to lose too many wickets going into the last 5. You need to build momentum. Still a game after this. The Cavaliers up in action.
Murali Krishna Ankaraju will be starting the minor league next week, playing for the Morrisville, the renamed Morrisville Raptors.
Who's your favorite minor league team, Matthew? You're a man that's very invested in it. Do you have a favorite?
Well, did spend my time with the Empire State Titans last year, but this year I definitely think that obviously the defending champions, Silicon Valley Strikers, have got a pretty powerful team.
Oh no, don't become a bandwagon, Matthew. This one off the inside edge. Going to be runs by Searles. Don't think he'll get to the boundary to keep the distance, but keeps it to 3. Good running though by Rajnan. Got to hurry. Javon Searles gets there in the end. Almost met him at the other end, Rajnanan. Good awareness though to come back for 3.
I will probably still end up with the Empire State Titans. Still, I am New York based, so we'll be hoping they do well. I think in terms of if I had to pick a team, that would probably be behind that, a team that I think could go very far. I think it's probably the New Jersey Stallions. I think I've got a very strong team just looking at their squad. But we know you actually have to play the game. It's not all determined on paper.
Yeah, look to be a powerful outfit. The Stallions, they've got Rodman Powell, the West Indies all-rounder. Can't wait to see him back in the USA.
I think that's probably one of the highlights of the draft. The fact that they managed to retain Rodman Powell is a massive, massive boost for them.
I saw another West Indies player announced yesterday, Raheem Cornwall for the Atlanta Fire.
Yeah.
Exciting times ahead. But first, the USPL. Got blockbuster players in this one as well. That one's cracked by Javon Searles. Straight down the ground. That's going to be 4. Good way to end the over. It was a good one. Just 6 runs had come from it. But the boundary steers the pendulum back into the favor of the Sharks. End of 16, 152 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Bright sunny day. Bit chilly as well in sunny Purchase, New York.
Improved.
164. Sorry, 152 in 16 overs. I think they'll be disappointed if they don't get up to that 200 mark.
Yeah, they did lose a few wickets. They did lose Garanshu Sharma, who hit 7 sixes in his innings of 59. And they didn't get much from Christopher Barnwell and Kirk Thompson, 2 of their big hitters in the middle. So definitely they did get pegged back a little bit. Raj Nanan is still out there though and can still strike the ball. And we just saw a beautiful boundary from Javon Searles. Shrey Parma back into the attack, 2 overs for 24. So a bit on the expensive side.
He's been impressive as well in these 2 matches so far. Palmer, good bowling to Rajdana. You don't mind giving up those single options at this stage of the innings. Want to carry on this momentum.
Seals is on 9 of just 5 deliveries. He's hit a boundary there at the end of Ankaraju's over. Now facing up to Shrey Parmar.
Was slapped. But there is a man at long on. So does well to cut it off, save a certain boundary for his team. Javon Searles connecting well.
Yeah, you just got to find the gap here, and you'd feel the sound of the bat has been good so far from Javon Seals. That one, though, hitting it straight to Hiren Patel. Rajnanan in the air and taken. So Budeneni.
Second catch he's taken.
Yeah, he's in the wickets column again in terms of catches. And it's the end of Rajnanan. He's been out there a long time and he's played a very good innings of 54. Comes to an end, and Shrey Parmar back into the attack and gets the wicket. 154 for 5.
Well, it's how the Carolina Eagles can get back into this game. One stage, 200 looked a certainty. All of a sudden, they've taken wickets at crucial times, and they can keep this to 180 or less. Given the fact that we've seen the batting lineup fire already in this tournament once, just never know. But really good knock from Nanan. Been there from the start. Wanted to finish the job for his team, but he's got to depart.
Jay Patak is the new man in. Comes out of the Atlanta area. Plays for the Atlanta Fire in minor league.
So still going out above 9 runs and over.
Still on a healthy course here, the Florida Sharks. 21 deliveries remaining, 154. Run a ball will get them 175. So
I think they need more than that. This ground, 165, 170 is a par total. They need more. I think, especially given the fact that they scored at 10 runs and over pretty much for the duration of this innings. You expect with 5 wickets in hand, you've got to accelerate in the last 5.
yeah, they've kind of gone the opposite in the traditional way. They've kind of decelerated as the innings has winded down. They've lost some wickets and the run rate has gone down a little bit. But Javon Seals is out there, and I feel like if they are to get closer to that 200 mark, and if they are to give one last push at the end, Javon Seals is the man that can help them.
We've got to understand the nature of the surface, the fact that it's very tough for batters to get in. I mean, even set batters we saw, should be a couple runs. We saw Gurunsh Sharma and Rajnanan. They struggled between overs 6 to 10 to score, even though they've been there for the first 6 overs. So shows you that it's not the easiest track to score on. One delivery remaining in this 17th over. Got to finish well. Palmer, 4 runs and a wicket as well. Such a crucial time. And does just that. No bat on it. But that will end the over with a dot. Equally valuable at this stage. End of 17, 156 for 6.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Plug in.
So it's 156 for 5. We've got 18 balls remaining. Seals will be on strike. Jay Patak is on 2, Seals is on 10. And we've seen a good comeback here from the Carolina Eagles. Considering Nickel score was quickly on course for a solid 200 at one point. And now they've pulled the game back slightly. Ankaraju, it appears, will be the man to bowl here. Over number 19. In fact, over number 18. 3 overs, no maiden, none for 21.
Haven't seen much spin used in this innings by the Carolina Eagles. Difference in approach based on what we're used to seeing from these teams. A lot of spin involved. Only Hiram Patel, I think.
Actually, they've tried
and
3.
Saran.
Yeah, Amin also, they've tried 3. But I'm surprised that they haven't been given a chance in this juncture of the game. We know earlier on when they bowled to Garanshu Sharma and Raj Nanan, it was a tough time for them to bowl, but I think the game has changed here.
Big swing and a miss. How this game has turned on its head in the last couple of overs since the wicket fell of Raj Nanan. Even the Kurt Thompson, when Kurt Thompson came to the crease, it just seemed like the momentum died a bit. Haven't been able to find what they had in the first 6 overs.
Well, that's a complexity, and that's how the game plays sometimes. It's not where you start, it's where you end up. And Ankaraju, this one is struck firmly towards the long off area. I might have beaten the man. Goes away for 4, I think.
Well, it's why he's in the team, Javon Searles, to finish games and finish the innings off. Does it with both bat and balls. So valuable all-rounders in T20 cricket. And even with that man in a straight position, he dissected the field. They've got 3 men behind, sort of a man at that straight stop position, long off and long on, and still Searles was able to get it to the boundary.
So ball cut away. More runs here running up towards the 3rd man boundary. They'll come back for a couple of runs. And some late surge towards the end. 6 in this over so far. It's 162 for 5.
That fielder almost directly behind the bowler's arm is something that I've seen for Kyron Pollard in the IPL, because teams have been already feared his ability to hit down the ground. They've got that fielder there. So it's going to test Searles. Can he find other areas to score? They want to drop that option. But goes again down the ground, and again, would you believe it? He finds and bisects the 3 men in the deep. This is a much needed, valuable innings from Javon Searles.
Yeah, 12 in the over so far, 14 balls remaining. It's 168 for 5. On Seals have gone up to 22 from just 10 balls. This is good striking from him.
He's backing himself. A small boundary straight. He's backing himself to take it on, even though they've got 3 men there.
So you look at Ankaraju. And Nikhil, what Ankaraju has essentially done to his bowling figure, he keeps getting higher. His first over went for 5, second over went for 6, third over went for 10. This one has gone for 12 so far. Still a couple of balls, so he keeps increasing, which tells you that the intensity of the batting and the aggressiveness of the batters out in the middle has really come on towards Ankaraju.
But I like that approach from Ankaraju, because you look at the field, he's got long off, a cover, then 2 men behind square on the offside, but yet he's bowling straight at the body of Javon Searles, and obviously he'll be enticed to go down the ground. Challenge him outside the off stump, force him to find other areas to score.
So doesn't time this one too well, and will settle for a single. So it's 170 on the board. Still 13 balls remaining, and this over's gone for 14.
Yeah, almost like a bonus delivery for Jay Patak, because I think Searles has got to get back the strike for the next over. Patak can hit it as well, but he's only been there for 3 deliveries. You want Searles to face the majority of these balls in the remainder of this innings.
So while the Florida Sharks and Carolina Eagle game is on top here, Later on, we will see Texas Cowboys take on Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Smashed into the onside, gone a long way. Jay Patak gets into the act. That's 6 more.
Well, this is good batting from these two in the middle. Good batting from the Sharks. Lost their way at one point in the middle. Right back on top at the moment. And length delivery. Patak's not going to miss out on that. 176 for 5.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Potato. So 176 for 5, 12 balls remaining. They're going at 9.7 straight. Palmer comes back into the attack, or will continue. 3 overs, no made, 1 for 28. And Javon Seals, he's on 23. Jay Patak is on 8. And not only the heat has gotten better here, but the intensity of the cricket has certainly picked up in the last... In fact, it has been throughout this innings there for the Florida Sharks. They were inserted by the Carolina Eagles. Eagles being captained by Ranak Sharma. And the Sharks being captained by Kirk Thompson. 176 for 5. And we're down to the last couple of overs here. 12 balls remaining. Seals will be on strike. So Palmer. Oh, he gets a bit of an edge, goes straight into the hands of the fielder, and Seals is gone. 176 for 6.
The Carolina Eagles deserve a lot of credit because even though, yes, they've conceded runs, every time they've been able to strike at a crucial time where they can come back in the game. That is a very important wicket to get before the close of this innings. Searles walking back, first delivery inside the 19th over. But well played cameo from him. Going for 23 from just 12.
So another wicket goes down here. Run rate at 9.6. Palmer has picked up his second wicket, bowling at 2 for 28. He would have also picked up the wicket of Raj Nanan and Sri Palmer. One would remember took a stunner of a catch to dismiss Bansal.
I hope Roshni can get Garanshu Sharma at the halftime interval break because the striking that we saw on display, 18 ball 50.
Perhaps a little bit better than Prajapati. Oh, smashed into the onside. Fielder will come around. He has gotten hands to the ball, takes the catch. And look at that, couple of wickets fall here. Patak gone. It's 176 for 7.
How often have we seen this in cricket? One brings two. Back-to-back wickets for the Sharks at a crucial time. It's two set men. First Javon Searles, then Jay Patak. Just the maximum for Patak, nothing else.
So Palmer will be on a hat-trick as Mitul Patel comes to the middle. So Meet Patel has come to the middle. Geetam Root will be the man on strike. And Sri Palmer all of a sudden on a hat-trick here, Nikhil. Two brand new batsmen out in the middle. They have not faced the ball, one will. And it will be Geetam Root who will face the ball. Here's the hat-trick ball. Palmer comes in. Ball is driving and driving well. Geetam Root will get off the mark with a single and turns the strike over to Meet Patel. 9 balls remaining, 177 for 7.
They have to get to 200. Need a couple boundaries, but seems like a long way away now. 200 with just 9 deliveries remaining. And it's a good comeback in the last 10 overs by the Carolina Eagles. Just being able to neutralize that aggressive threat.
Yeah, you're right on that. Their catching has come on. We saw them during the course of the Goranshu Sharmas and the Raj Nanan's innings. They allowed a couple of balls to fall in no man's land. Very innovative here from Meet Patel. Running up towards the fine leg boundary. They'll come back for a couple of runs. And 2 more runs here. It's 179 for 7.
Yeah, Shrey Palmer though. Again with another wicket-taking spell for his team. Starting the first game, continuing following it up with a good performance.
So he's bowling a 3 for 31 at the moment. Still 8 balls to be bowled, 2 in this one, and then the final 6. And we'll come into bowl to Meet Patel. So ball worked into the offside, brings balls remaining to 7. It's 180 for 7. Geetam Root will be the man on strike. And so 180 for 7 at the moment.
Picked up again in the gap. Splits the 2 fielders in the onside on the boundary. Every run so precious at this stage. 184 for 7.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Pujan Modi giving the ball and giving the last over here. And Nikhil, what a difference a day makes. We saw yesterday Pujan Modi struggling for the appropriate line. But today he's been given the final over. 3 overs, no min, 1 for 23. Not bad returns.
Yeah, a lot of extras yesterday, but a much improved performance by Modi. That's what it's all about in this USPL. Good confidence by Sharma to back him. Oh, leading edge. That's going to be runs. 4 of them as well. Just with the extra bit of pace and a powerful swing. Just goes over the top, over the infield for a boundary.
Doesn't matter how they come. Meet Patel. Bat onto ball. Ball flies over the third man area. It's gone for 4. It's 188 for 7. So they are on course, or perhaps on the verge of getting a double 100 here. The highest we saw in the tournament so far, Nikhil, might have been 180. Posted by Ryan Scott and his people. So he's not caught behind this time. Umpire quickly, Irfan saying he's gotten the edge and ball going through to Raj Darbar. So the 8th wicket goes down. Meet Patel gone for 7, 188 for 8.
Yeah, had to go at this stage of the innings. Just 5 deliveries remaining, 4 now. So everything must go as they try to get up to that 200 mark.
So Mitul Patel goes back to the pavilion. It's 188 for 8. Number 3 walks to the middle. And that appears to be Ijaz Safi. So Ijaz Safi comes to the middle here with 4 balls remaining. Pujan Modi has picked up his 2nd wicket. He would have also picked up the wicket of, well, he got a wicket of Mitul Patel and then also would have picked up the wicket of Goranshu Sharma. So 4 balls remaining. Here we go. And Safi is driving well. Will only get a single and turns the strike over to Geetam Root.
3 deliveries remaining in this over. Got to find the boundary. Still a lot of runs on the board though. Miscued. Just be 1.
So 190 for 8. 190 for 8. Couple balls remaining. Ija Safi will be on strike for at least one of them. A big swing and a miss. This has been a good effort here from Pujan Modi. This over's gone for 6. He's picked up a wicket. This is good last over bowling here from Pujan Modi.
You never know in the grand scheme of things how crucial this bowling performance could be. The difference between 10 and 15 runs, how often have we seen that change the game of cricket? Final delivery coming up. 190. They can't get to that 200, but they can get very close.
So irrespective of what has happened here, Carolina Eagles will be chasing 10 runs and over at least. This one hoisted straight down the ground. And the final ball 6 off the bat of Ija Safi.
So 196 they will get up to as a very good effort. Started by Granshu Sharma Rajnan and finished by Searles and Geetam Root. End of 20, 196 for 8. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the run chase. But before that, Roshni with a very special guest.
I'm here with Granshu Sharma from the Florida Sharks. What an innings. I mean, the intent that you came out with, 56 off of 23 and 8 sixes. Coming in, hitting back-to-back sixes, a 4, another 6, 23 off that over. When you were walking in, what was going on in your mind and what was the intent?
Honestly, I didn't really have, all I wanted to do was watch the ball. And it just happened to be that I got, balls in my area early in my innings, so I just cashed in, yeah. I'm happy to help the team.
I think everyone we saw in the audience, especially your team, enjoying the way you were performing, and it was outstanding. And you're also the joint 50 when it comes to the fastest 50 with just 18 balls. So that's been incredible. And then with the innings, your partnership with Rajnanan. We saw that in that other game as well, but the way you two have been batting, talk about that partnership.
I guess we just complement each other extremely well. And, just enjoy it out there, and it happens. We watch the ball and we hit the ball.
Well, we loved watching you bat out there, so all the best for the second innings.
Thank you so much.
Check.
Hello? Hello? I'm joined here with Trey Parmar from the Carolina Eagles. A wonderful bowling spell, taking those 3 wickets, especially the wicket of Rajnan. We've seen, how in form he's been for this tournament, and getting him out was key.
Yeah, that's essential. See, they had a good start. We had to pull it back. 122 in 12 overs was not a good start for us. Keeping them under 200, I think boys did well.
No, absolutely. And, speaking of that, they were well over, targeting over that 200 mark. And I think after that 10th over, especially on Vish getting Garanchu out, the wickets started falling. So what was it after that 10th over? Because we saw even on the fielding side, in terms of the fielding, it wasn't as sloppy it was in the first 10 overs.
I think there was wind, so it was very hard to take the high catches. But then the captain backed us up. He's like, keep the shoulders up, and that's how we pull us back into the game.
And in terms of, with the batting, you guys need 197 to win, but you do have the batting depth as well.
I think we are confident because we have the batting depth. Plus, we saw that the shots are getting their value. So if you hit the right spots, then probably we can chase it down.
Absolutely. Well, all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
Well, that's it for these interviews. The Florida Sharks have put on 196 on the board. Carolina Eagles need 197 to win. Going back to the studio.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead. अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.
So Raj Nanan, find out the batsman Prabhu is one. So welcome back to the chase. 196 for 8. Raj Nanan with ball in hand. And it appears Abhishek Prabhu has come out to the middle. Abhishek Prabhu and Raj Darbar on strike. Abhishek has just scored a single. So we're on our way here, Matt. Still a long way to go, 197. In fact, 196 from 119 balls. Raj Nanan, who has had a very good day so far. And ball defended here by Raj Darbar. So things are on the way. Big score on top.
Yeah, it'll take some bit of chasing here for the Carolina Eagles. Abhishek Prabhu and Raj Darbar, two players heading up to the minor league next week. Abhishek Prabhu for the Somerset Cavaliers and Rajdeep Darbar for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Raj Darbar. So things are on the way here. A big score posted by Florida Sharks. We've seen very good knock. We'll try to recap some of the summary, Matt, but we'd have seen an excellent 50 from Garanshu Sharma, who probably, in terms of how many he got on his final shot, might have bettered Prajapati by a very slight difference.
Yeah, both played extremely good knocks, but Garanshu Sharma hitting 7 sixes was quite something.
So this over's gone for 1.1. So Abhishek Prabhu will be the man, would have been the man on strike. 1, 2 dots, and then 1. And now that's another single. So this over has gone for 3 so far. And so we're back on track with our scoring here. So things are on the way here, Matt. 194 required from 109 and 115 balls. And in fact, the first over would have come to a close. So 3 off the first over. And it looks like Javon Sills will be the man to continue here. So over number 1 then. So Javon Sills given the ball here, Matt. A man with IPL experience. So he comes in here with a lot of runs to defend. And so still 194 more to go. We've seen Abhishek Prabhu. He's a quality player. And he's the man on strike. Abhishek Prabhu is the batsman on strike. And so he will face up to Javon Seals. All right, so we're all set. And so that's the 4th run of the innings so far. In fact, leg by is a call from umpire Irfan. And so a leg by to change the strike here as Darbar comes in to strike. Javon Seals is the bowler. So here is Javon Seals will come into bowl to Rajdeep Darbar. And ball played into the offside, and there is no run.
Tidy start here from the Florida Sharks. So a good over from Raj Nanana, now a good start to the over here from Javon Seals.
So another single. So things are on the way here, 6 on the board. So Matt, a very good showing here from Florida Sharks. They won their opening game on Friday. In fact, on Thursday. And so far, with a big score posted here, it's gonna take some doing to get that down. Ball cut away nicely here from Prabhu. And so they pick up another single. And this has been a tidy start here from Javon Seals. And also from Raj Nanan, an over that only conceded 3 runs when he bowled his first over. So a long way to go. They're asking over 10 runs and over. And things have just started for them here. They're just going on the 5. And Javon Seals will run into bowl to Suraj Darbar. He gets a single out towards the onside. And so things are on the way here. 8 for no loss in the second over. So Abhishek Prabhu is the man on strike here is Javon Seals, and he gets a good delivery. He gets an inside edge. And it runs away quickly across the turf, and that has gone for 4. It's 11 for no loss at the end of 2.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So welcome back, 11 for no loss. Raj Nanan will come into bowl to Rajdeep Darbar. So far we've seen a start of 5.5 runs and over, Matt. They need almost twice as that. A big swing and a miss taken on the pad.
Raj Nanan, a good bowler, and has started well here. That's what the Florida Sharks need. They needed a good start here with the ball. They've already got a high total, so the more the good overs come, the higher that run rate goes up.
And Matt, yesterday I was very impressed with the batting of Abhishek Prabhu. He's not a forceful hitter of the ball, but we're watching Darbar. Oh, into the onside. Jay Patak will come around. Not before the batsman would have crossed for a couple of runs. So good intent shown here by Raj Darbar. He picks up a couple of runs.
Yeah, Rajdeep Darbar would have had first-class experience in India. Would have played high-level cricket there. So clearly a batsman with some bit of experience to his name.
Yeah, he comes down the track, doesn't get the elevation, but just running up towards the mid-wicket boundary. Good bit of work here. Twice from Javon Seals. What an effort. And they pick up a couple of runs. He gets a round of applause from the players' camp. And that's a good save.
Yeah, very good work there from Javon Seals. running around, having to make 2 dives for it. Couple more to Darbar.
It's a ball cut away into the offside. Can't score. We've seen some tidy stuff. Garanshu Sharma is the fielder. And so twice in 2 days we have seen score in excess of 180 mat. We saw yesterday Ryan Scott's team getting 180 led by 77 from Ryan Scott. Look at this, on his knees, and that one is paddled into the onside. Darbar picks up a boundary. So 19 for no loss. And that's the end of the 3rd over.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ।
So Javon Seals continue, will come into ball to Abhishek Prabhu. He's driving elegantly to the offside, can't score this time. And Prabhu Matt has very good technique, isn't he? A classy player.
Abhishek Prabhu, Somerset Cavaliers man, would have played a few games for them last year and going to be with them full time this year.
So Javon Seals runs into ball to Prabhu, and Prabhu stroking this one into the onside, taking off quite immediately. And another run here. 20 on the board. They're going at 6 runs and over. They require almost 11 from here. But of course we know that will change as the match progresses and as overs are being used up. So bright sunny day so far, but don't let that fool you as it did to Nikhil. It's still, when you live in this part of the world, you're not fooled by the sunshine. Ron McFarlane has to agree with me. It could be bright and sunny, but it's very cold. This one outside the off stump. A flashing shot from Rajdeep doesn't go well, Matt, and it goes through to the keeper. Trying to pick up who is the keeper here for the Sharks. And ball chopped into the ground. And they scamper through for a single, so well taken in the end. So the wicketkeeper is Mitul Patel. Mitul Patel. And so a long way to go here for the Carolina Eagles, Matt. 176 from 98 balls.
Yeah, and a tall chase still ahead of them. And so far the Florida Sharks have been decent in how they've managed this defense so far. Haven't let things get out of hand as Prabhu plays this one up for a dot.
Yeah, Abhishek Prabhu, he's a very good batsman. If as a spectator you like batsmen with technique, you would love to see Abhishek Prabhu make a few runs here today. Ball taken on the pad. He's up against a very quality bowler in Javon Seals. He strikes the stumps. Umpire Irfan says not out. And in the end, a single. It's 21 without loss. In fact, leg by is the call. And good bit of work there from Javon Seals, Matt.
Yeah, did well to run down the other end to pick it up and then to throw it back. But Prabhu, in the end, well safe.
So a bit of smile on his face. You know they're doing well for the time being. And you look at his scorecard, 4 gone. They're batting at 22 without loss. Still requires almost 10 and over. And so Christopher Barnwell comes into the attack. And Barnwell a complete all-rounder Matthew. And he will be coming into bowl at a time in which Carolina Eagles still requires a 175 from 96 balls. Yeah, Prabhu continues to bat well. Look at that. Straight down the ground. Straight as an arrow. All along the ground. What technique here from Prabhu is gone for 4.
Yeah, good shot there from Abhishek Prabhu. Not allowing Christopher Barnwell to settle. They're looking to get a move on here on this chase. They've got to go right from the get-go. Barnwell to Prabhu. This one a better one from Christopher Barnwell. Can't score is Prabhu.
He's a very classy player, full of elegance. Saw him bat a couple of days ago, got among the runs. And you've got to be impressed. And the fact is, Matt, even if you've seen these players a year or months ago, chance of a run out, the throw comes in, not a good one. And in the end, Prabhu and Darbar does well to cross. 27 without loss, but I was making the point that some cricketers, you see them a year ago, and they've become better players a year after. You take for example a player like Garanshu Sharma. How well has he gotten in 2 years? Ball tugged into the onside, another single, 28 for no loss. And so they're required to go at 10 runs and over. Now a chance of a bit of an overthrow. Mitul Patel not collecting cleanly, but in the end, batsman only settling for 1 run. So this has been not a bad over here from Christopher Barnwell, Matt. They're requiring 10 runs and over, and he's bowled an over that has gone under 10 runs.
Yeah, that's all they need. Was hit for a 4 first ball from Prabhu, but has come back well. Has limited the boundaries from coming in this over, aside from the first ball.
So we've got 1 more ball to go. Both batters out in the middle are on 13. They call it unlucky 13. Oh, cut away. What a shot here from Rajdeep Darbar, using the pace of the ball. That's all elegance.
Yeah, great shot there from Rajdeep Darbar. Bit of innovation into it. And 33 without loss after 5.
So 1 more over before the power play, and then Nikhil will come back into the box. Javon Seals. A very long name, Matu. Javon Philip Ramon Scantlebury Seals. Is that his name? Yeah, some people go by quite a few names before you get the surname. I'm happy we are not commentating in Sri Lanka. And so number 3, it appears to be Ija Safi, has been introduced into the attack. And so he comes in here with the run rate at just over 6 and over. They required almost 11 runs and over. Ija Safi comes into the attack and will be bowling to Abhishek Prabhu. Ball driven straight. That's a good looking shot. Good save from Javon Seals, Matt. We've seen Javon Seals saving quite a few in the boundary. Good commitment from this man.
Yeah, he's a good fielder, Javon Seals. And as you said, very committed to every ball that comes his way. He's put up some very good saves already. Has saved some crucial runs. And it shows even the Florida Sharks, despite having such a high total, every run still counts.
So ball driven here by Rajdeep, can't score, but you've got to applaud the intent here of both batters out in the middle. You see the intention to score, you see the intention to get. Oh, so no ball is the signal on that ball. So here's the free hit ball. But I was making the point, the intent to score and score quickly has been quite evident. And I'll allow you to go through with the free hit ball. Here it comes.
Swing and a miss from Rajdeep Darbar off the free hit. Went for the shorter one there, the Ijaz Safi. And looking to pull, but in the end going straight through to Mittal Patel.
And how many times we've seen the bowler bowling a better ball than, first of all, what would have got him tangled up in being called a no ball to great effect. And so 35 on the board. And this is over number 6. A big swing and a miss. Came off something. We'll have to wait and see. He's gone for 4. And 4 runs off the bat of Rajdeep Darbar.
Yeah, for the Carolina Eagles, I'm not sure they would matter where it comes. They need 10.9 and over. They'll take any boundaries that come their way, and Rajdeep Darbar, bit fortunate with that one, but picks up 4 nonetheless and takes him up to 21.
Yeah, as they say, it's not how, it's how many. And so, good strike, good productive shot off the bat of Rajdeep Darbar. He's on 21. Abhishek is on 14. And this over's gone for 6 so far. Oh, smashed over the offside. And look at that. That has gone for 6. 6 runs off the bat of Rajdeep.
Yeah, great shot. Rajdeep Darbar looking to turn things on in this over. First the 4, that was a little bit streaky, but now a 6, that is all class from Rajdeep Darbar. 2 balls to go, and 12 has come off this over. A good one here so far for Carolina Eagles.
Yeah, this is the kind of over that they'll need. 12 off this over so far. And it's in the air. Raj Nanan backpedals. He settles under it. Has he taken the catch? I think he has. Raj Nanan holds on even as he falls. And a wicket falls there, 45 for 1.
Big wicket of Rajdeep Darbar. And Ijaz Safi, despite going for a couple of boundaries, gets rid of the threat. And Raj Nanan takes a very good catch. Backpedaling, had to settle under it, had to wait for a while, and takes it in the end.
Yeah, very good catch from Raj Nanan. He's having an excellent day, Matt. And so 5.5 in the back, 12 runs off this over, 45 for 1. Like Budanini. So 45 for 1. They've lost the wicket of Rajdeep. And so Abhishek would have crossed during the course of that dismissal. Number 21 comes to the middle. And Anvish Budanini comes out here, Matt, with final ball in this over from Ijaz Safi. Safi has picked up the only wicket so far. And so Prabhu will be on strike. He has already treated us to some classy looking shots from on the outfield, Prabhu, but he will have to bat and bat long. He gets a ball that digs it out, so that will complete over number 6 of the power play. Done and dusted. It's 45 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So at 45 for 1, we welcome back Nikhil into the box. Nikhil, not only has the game got hotter, but so is the temperature. So 45 for 1, still requiring 152 from 84 balls. Still a long way to go. Anvesh Budanini, he comes in at number 3. We saw an excellent judge catch from Raj Nanan and Christopher Barnwell with ball in hand.
Yeah, they've done well to just lose 1 wicket in the power play, but the key thing is that required rate close to 11 runs and over, so they've got to get a move on quickly.
So 47, they're approaching a 50. We saw some very crisp stroke from Abhishek Prabhu. But that is going to be one of the challenge here for a batsman like Prabhu. He likes to play the ball on the carpet. And with a required rate, almost 11 runs and over, one would think it may require a little bit more than those delicate pushes around the park or those drives along the ground. Not a very fast outfield. And so we'll have to work very hard for his runs. 48 for 1.
Inside the 7th over, work to be done for Abhishek. Got to get a move on. 16 deliveries for 14, not good enough when you're chasing 197. Need to go at 10 runs and over. He's been there for a while. Even though he started slow, has to maximize the start.
And you get a feeling a batsman like Prabhu, he bats at the ideal position. He starts, so he has time to perhaps play himself in, and then to perhaps open out.
How often have we seen, Lenny, teams now positioning their best hitters at the top of the order? See it so often in world cricket. To utilize that first 6 overs, it's become so important over the years in T20s. Good shout that, but may just be sliding down the leg side.
So umpire Ritesh Patel on move. The 2 umpires for this game is umpire Ritesh and umpire Irfan. The standard of umpiring in this tournament, Nikhil, has to be applauded, of a very high standard. Coordinated, of course, by Danny Khan, who will be inducted later on this year in the Cricket Hall of Fame. Big appeal ball. This one looks like going down the leg side. And so the score remains at 49 for 2. But just coming back to Danny Khan, who's the president of the United States Cricket Umpires Association. He will be inducted later on this year in the Cricket Hall of Fame. And we've seen the likes of Ron McFarlane. We've seen Brian Kane, umpires on the panel for this tournament. They've done a tremendous job. We've seen umpires who have taken control of this tournament, and then they have done a tremendous job considering the fact there's no third umpire or anyone to go upstairs, and so they've got to make some calls, and so far so good.
Quick single stolen to end the over, but a very good one by Barnwell. Just 5 runs coming from it. 50 now comes up after 7 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com.
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो.
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with the cricket. Even 50 on the board. And still a long way to go. 147 to win from 78. Run rate has gone up to 11.5 runs and over. Ijaz Safi will continue. First over didn't go too well. Gave up 12 runs, but would have picked up the only wicket to have fallen, that of Rajdeep. And the question is, can't place a price on a wicket, so he's picked up 1. He's given up 12. And Kirk Thompson has allowed him to come back for his second over.
Has to manage his board as well. Thompson. Safi was a reliable option yesterday, well, day before, when the Sharks were in action. And will be very important as this tournament progresses, and if they can win today, move on into the knockout stages.
Yeah, this evening game and some of the games tomorrow will give us an indication who will advance to the deeper part of this tournament, phase 1. Ronak Sharma is going to be a key man here, yet set to come perhaps next. And the fact is, one of the reasons we haven't seen Ronak Sharma, an injury to his bowling finger, has kept him out. Good slice on this one, could pick up a couple of runs. And in fact, a chance here. Let's look at this throw, not one of the better ones. And the batsman comes back for two runs for Prabhu.
Yeah, the throw needed to be much better. Want to inflict that run out. Abhishek Prabhu, I keep saying he's got to get a move on here. Very important that he gets the innings progressing. Remember, it's not like they're batting first, they're chasing, and they know how much they're chasing as well. It's 197. Can't afford to soak up too many dot deliveries.
So what an effort here from Ijaz Safi. Certainly saved perhaps a couple of runs. Good commitment from Ijaz Safi, the bowler. Score remains at 53 for 1. So we're beginning to see a very warmer period weather-wise. And earlier on, would have been quite chilly in the ground here at Purchase. This one eased into the offside, and while we like the style of Prabhu from a technical standpoint, Nikhil, you may want to think with the scoring rate going up to almost 12 runs and over, you will have to get moving quite quickly or change a little bit of the style and come up with plans to get 143 from 74 balls. Not an easy one. Yeah, should have done a little bit more with that when you're chasing 12 runs and over. Not a bad over here from Ijaz Safi, 4 runs in this over. So the last match of the day, we'll see the Texas Cowboys coming up against Pennsylvania Cavaliers. And Cavaliers is playing well in this tournament. We saw them playing yesterday, and of course Ryan Scott is a key man. So 7 gone, 55 for 1.
8. Sorry.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com.
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो.
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So just the 4 bowlers used so far. Nanan and Searles were excellent at the top. 2 overs apiece. Jay Pathak is going to come into the attack now for the first time. But very interesting how those 4 overs will play out. Really 6 overs when you think about Barnwell, who's been economical as well. So Thompson knows he has those 6. Can expect the majority of them, especially from Searles and Barnwell, to be in the last 5 overs. He's got 2 crucial Nanan overs up his sleeve.
So a win here for Florida Sharks will put them at the top of the table. In fact, as of now, with the decision still pending on this one, both teams, Florida Sharks and Carolina Eagles, sharing points, 2 at the top of the table. And a win for either side here will really put them in seemingly good position for playoff.
But after the power play, they were 45 for 1. Remember, last 2 overs, they've only scored 10 runs. That required rate surged up past 12 now and over. Still need 142 runs. Can always be difficult to get.
So lofted into the onside. Barnwell is in attendance. And runs coming by singles at the moment. So the asking rate has gone up to 12 runs and over. And they're going just about 7 runs and over, 6.7 to be exact. So just goes to show the Sharks seems to be in control of a chase so far. So not getting the elevation and certainly not the distance here from Prabhu. And that pushes the score up to 57 for 1. The batsman out, Rajdeep Darbar. He was caught, Raj Nanan, off the bowling of Ijaz Safi for 27. Oh, Budanini in the direction of Christopher Barnwell. Yeah, not too sure. Barnwell not too sure where he stood, and in the end, gone away for 4. But was in the air for some time. Might have been misjudged by Christopher Barnwell, and that's 4 runs.
Crucial boundary. Need a lot more of where that came from. When you're chasing such a big total, have to continue to hit boundaries. We saw it, the Sharks do it well. The Eagles, while they've kept wickets in hand, haven't been too aggressive. That's got to change going forward.
So ball turned into the onside, beats the man in the ring. And now they'll come back for a couple of runs. Good looking shots here from Budanini. And this over's gone pretty good for them. 8 off the over so far with still 1 ball remaining here off the bowling of Jay Pathak. A man who comes out of the southern region of the United States and seems to be residing in the Atlanta region, or at least plays for some of the entity in the Atlanta region. And will come into bowl to Budanini. Oh, lofted in the air. Fielder comes in, Javon Seals. Oh, he puts it down. But did well to get to the ball, Nikhil, but couldn't hold on. Couple of runs.
Well, he's usually a very reliable fielder. That could be a costly chance. Going or begging. End of 9, 65 for 1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So a lot of overs left, but a lot of runs as well. 12 runs required per over from here on in. Even that over, which was sort of better in the right direction, Only 10 came from it, still with underneath the rate required.
So at 65 for 1, Gitam Ruth has been given the ball. And we'll come into ball to Prabhu. Prabhu has been there for what, 20 balls, 21 balls. He has notched up 19. You can see that on your card. Gets an edge, falls in front of the man, that long third man. So the scoring, the required rate has gone beyond 12 runs and over, 12.18. They're batting a 65 for 1. Here is Gitam Root. Ball cut away into the offside, only a single. A single that brings Budanini on strike. And Nikhil, you've got to applaud the effort here from Budanini. We saw him in the previous over, a couple of missed opportunities. One that Barnwell may have misjudged and one into the hands of Javon Seals. But you've got to appreciate the intent to get runs and get them quickly.
I'll tell you what I appreciate. His effort in the field. 2 stunning catches. Well, the first one at least. One-handed, plucked it out of the air. It's got to up the ante a bit here with the bat. I think this partnership is crucial. At the end of the day, you need to win this game, the Eagles. You have to at least try. So far, it just seems like they're content to go at this 7 runs per over. Still got 9 wickets in hand.
Oh, that's a good looking shot from a full ball. Abhishek Prabhu has decided to go straight, and that's gone for 6.
Much more like it. Much more like what's needed. And it's a no ball as well signaled, so that could be momentum shifting. Sometimes you just need that as a chasing team. Just need one ball to go your way to set the tone for the remainder of the innings.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll have to bring our bullhorn and give the third umpire. So when a no ball is being called, we hear a little bit of siren. 75 for 1. Here's the free hit ball. 7 off that delivery. He has gone for the max. Here is Gitam Root. Another full toss. Straight down the ground. Straight to Raj Nanan. He couldn't stop the ball, and that goes away for a boundary. 79 for 1. So 14 runs off this over so far. Still, we're only halfway through. This has been a very good one here for the Carolina Eagles. They've won their opening game, but they're facing a very stiff challenge here to get 118 from 63 balls. With a Florida Sharks team who has seemed intent to be doing very well in this tournament as we progress to day number 4 tomorrow. Wide is the signal, so the free hit still in effect. It's 80 for 1.
Well, 7 runs came from that. No ball. Obviously the 6 and the bonus run. Then they hit a boundary, so really cost the over. You don't want to let off any pressure. This could be the over that really gets them going. Prabhu's been there for a long time. I think that may have just fell short of Mitu, the keeper.
So Texas Cowboys will play their next game against Penn Cavaliers. And Cavaliers have won 1, they've lost 1. The Cowboys have lost their only game so far. Those in action on the Cowboys side will be like Jala Duo, Saeed Abdullah. Good drive, good cutoff from Gitam Ruth. Still an over that has gone for 16 so far, Nikhil. This is exactly what the Eagles would want on a consistent basis.
And even though they've got 16, I think they still want to cash in on this final delivery. Not take too much risk in terms of throwing your wicket away. But if you get the opportunity, have to score. Catch back up for the overs that you would have missed out on. Keaton under pressure, so you can use that to your advantage.
Oh, that's a good strike. In fact, not good enough. Javon Seals, he's been quite threatening in the outfield. And he comes up with a good catch. It's 81 for 2.
I was just mentioning the fact that you don't want to throw your wicket away. You've got 16 in the over. Unfortunately, it does just that. Looking to take it on. I guess you have to when you're chasing 198. He's got to go Anvesh Budaneni. Big wicket for the Sharks to get back into this game, break some momentum.
So 10 overs gone, 81 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So the captain, Ronak Sharma, comes to the middle. Quality player, got among the runs. A couple of days ago, got 40 plus, not out. And he comes in at a time when they required 12 runs and over. Jay Patak will be the man to continue 1 over, no mid none for 10. His first one.
Quite surprised we didn't see Ronak Sharma come in at number 3. Being honest, one of their main players, the captain. Man that has to do the bulk of the scoring, but he's come at 4. Still a lot of time left. Couple big overs, gets the rate down manageable. The Sharks will know that. Off the mark straight away, Ronak Sharma. Quick between the wickets.
So still some ways to go, 115 from 59. And I get the feeling, Nikhil, that the required rate will be around the 11, 12, and then of course it could go up as perhaps wicket falls. But I would want to think it will stay there for a while, unless we can see a big knock here from Ronak Sharma.
But Prabhu goes aerial and goes 6. So runs beginning to flow, even though they've lost that wicket. Abhishek Prabhu kicking into gear 2.
Yeah, that's a good looking shot from Prabhu. Getting a bit of a gift. Full toss and hammered it out of the playing area. They still will need that 12, 13, 15 runs and over. Occasionally or consistently.
Good cutter into the surface. Slower bouncer to Abhishek Prabhu. Temperature just seems to dip in the last couple overs.
Yes, Nikhil, the last couple of balls, it was maybe 10 minutes ago. I wanted to get under the 10, but not right now. So Prabhu is on 37 of 29. Boy, played into the direction of Raj Nanan, only a single. So 108 to win from 56 balls. Ronak Sharma, We saw him 2 days ago, batted extremely well.
He will have to play a captain's innings if they're to get on from here, though. This tight position. However, teams have shown, though, on this small venue that if you take the game deep, you have wickets in hand, and you can score 10 to 12 runs and over in the last 5. You do get very close to these totals. They know exactly how much they're chasing, what they need to do per over. Just about the execution now. Easier said than done, though.
So Sharma picks up a couple of runs. Let's look at Sharma. Isn't he batting a little too in his crease, or are we not in a good position to see that? Let's take a look at that.
Well, he might be deep in his crease just to give himself a bit more time against Patak.
So ball guided away into the offside. Now they'll come back for a couple of runs. Should have been one, but good awareness.
With the 2, they get past the 11.5 runs per over. End of 11, 93 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So the clouds definitely come over the Sunny Purchase venue in the last couple of overs. And as much as conditions make it very difficult for batting, the wind as well, Lenny, as a fielder, you're under a catch. You have to watch it so long. That's why that Rajnanan catch at long on was so valuable, such a good catch. Kept his eyes on it all the way.
Yeah, and we also saw a spill by Javon Seals, who has come back into the attack. So, especially when the ball goes very high in the air. So 103 needed from 53 balls, asking 11 plus and over.
Game was very winnable, especially with Ronald Sharma at the crease. Prabhu's got a good start. Can't afford for this partnership to be broken. I think these two will want to carry this to the 15th over.
So ball cut away here by Sharma. Will only get a single. Single will bring Prabhu back on strike. And Nikhil, for one thing, Prabhu sticks around long. But like everything else, he doesn't look like the kind of player who you can allow to do the heavy lifting all the time. If he gets someone to find the odd boundaries over after over, I think the ploy with Abhishek Prabhu is going to really work well. But you've got to applaud the effort that he is not getting out, which no matter what format of game you're playing or how aggressive you want to go, you still don't want to lose too many wickets. And Prabhu has held up one side so far.
Yeah, he's batted well, Abhishek Prabhu, but the key thing will be that to capitalize, catch up for the start. Yes, he stood above a run of ball, but it's on the slower side when you think about the total that they're chasing. The main thing, though, is that he's in, well set. and can make a difference. Yeah, Ranat Sharma really deep in that crease, almost touching those stumps.
So Ranat Sharma, top player, would have been the MVP of the APL in October. Would have won the award, prestigious award of the most valuable player of that tournament.
Has been quiet to start, biding his time at the moment. One of the more experienced players will be aware of the importance of taking it as deep as possible.
So second forte of the series of the bat of Abhishek Prabhu. But this one is a longer way to go, 100 to win from 50 balls.
Good option by Searles. Very good option when you're trying to contain boundaries. To go in to the surface short, but very tough to pull. Just speeds up on you, skids on almost. Just 5 singles from the over.
You look at Ranat Sharma. He hasn't really come out and bat with the intent of really going big so far. He's faced 5 balls, still relatively new to the crease, but haven't seen the intent to bat with some bit of risk, which is really what will be involved chasing 12 runs and over. T20 batting has always revolved around the element of risks. And some of the top batters in the world, the David Warner, the Josh Butler, they have taken their chances. Ball tapped into the offside by Ranat Sharma. That will complete 12, and after 12 it's 99 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspnews.com and stay ahead.
So Barnwell to Sharma. This is an interesting matchup. 2 very important players for each team. Sharma's been there for 6 deliveries, just 8. He sent something on the verge of giving. Maybe a wicket. Has to probably go for the boundary scoring option. Playing it safe so far. It's a good shot, but there is a field on the cover boundary. Run out chance. Could be in trouble. And gets home in the end. Keeper Mito was a bit slow to take off the bails.
So the 100 comes up here for the Carolina Eagles, and it comes off the bat of Ranat Sharma. And Nikhil, one of the things you'll probably look at Ranat Sharma, if you give him a little bit of room on the offside, all you get is the little tap into the offside. And perhaps the bowlers here for the Florida Sharks is not allowing him to come on the front foot. Ball tugged into the onside by Abhishek Prabhu. And so Barnwell, very clever bowler. And I get the feeling that Barnwell is going to make sure he hits the deck in front of Ranat Sharma and allows him or pushes him off the back foot. And perhaps that's one of the reasons we've seen Ranat Sharma batting way back in his crease. I'm just wondering if he's allowing himself to really, or that stance is preventing him from really getting onto the front foot and try to go long off, long on.
He's brought up the cover and sent back the fine leg. So 3 men on the leg side boundary. Makes you think he's going to bowl short. Could it be a reverse ploy?
That's a good line. That's a good line and length from Barnwell. He's picked up one. And so Abhishek Prabhu his innings comes to an end. Nick to the keeper. And it's 102 for 3.
It was almost like an effort ball from Barnwell. Much faster, good tactics. Playing with the mind of the batter. Sent back the fielder to fine leg. Making him think a short ball at the body was coming. Instead pushed it wide outside the off stump. Having to adjust quickly, Prabhu gets a piece of bat on it. The keeper does the rest. Good cricket, good thinking from your experienced players.
So Barnwell, he has picked up his first wicket. 1 for 17 at the moment. The anchor man, Prabhu, is gone. And now Ranak Sharma and the other batters will have to figure out a way to get 95 from 44 balls. Still asking now 13 runs and over.
So now a lot of the onus on Ranak Sharma. It's been quiet so far. You know what he's capable of. Still 95 runs to get, a long way away. Mentioned the importance of 2 Barnwell overs. Kurt Thompson going to him in the middle, exactly for that reason, to try and get a wicket. And boy, has he done that. Taking the crucial one of Prabhu.
So ball goes down the leg side. Not too sure if Amin has come to the middle, but we'll confirm that with our scorer. But
So really good over from Barnwell. Ends with a single. End of 13, 103 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Suraj Nanan comes back into the attack. 2 overs, no min, none for 11. Will come into bowl to Achla. And ball turned into the onside for an easy single. So single that brings the equation down to 92 from 41. So the final match of the day, we'll see the Cowboys taking on Cavaliers. The Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Ryan Scott will be at the helm. Cowboys will include the likes of Abdullah Saeed and the likes of Jala Dua. They badly need a win to stay alive in this tournament. Let's see who's part of the Texas Cowboy team. We've seen the likes of Jayaswal, Shiro Bhatia, Bhavik Patel, Kulvinder Singh, a big name in U.S. domestic cricket these days. Oh, coming down the track. This is a good shot from Achna. We'll only get him a single. And a single that brings Ranak Sharma, who has been relatively quiet. Nikhil, he's on 11 from 9 balls. No boundaries so far.
Yeah, it's now or never for this Eagles team, and Ranak Sharma has to take the added impetus. 14 runs required per over. Sharma, the inexperienced man, but Raj Nanan won't be easy to hit. Very skillful left-arm spinner. Look at what he's doing. He's on a good length, making it very difficult to hit down the ground. Knows that that's the main scoring area. Raj Nanan.
Yeah, as a batter, you gotta find yourself on the front foot. That is where, those are where the productive shots are, because you want to hit straight. You want to hit straight till, even if long off and long on. But you've got to target that area. Ball that kept low. And speaking of ball, playing a little bit unpredictable, Nikhil, we haven't seen another ball that struck the hand of Lendell Simmons, have we?
No, that's a good thing. Trust me, that variable bounce, very worrying. Sometimes you get those freak incidents, especially on matting, the synthetic surface. You can't always predict how it will play.
Oh, this one is tugged into the onside. Fielder comes in, falls in front of him. And you get the feeling that Achna has come out with some bit of intent, and that's good cricket. They require 14.5 runs and over. And so it's 109 for 3, 14 gone.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
$109 for 3, 88 required from 6 overs. Matthew is going to take some getting this total.
Yeah, 14.6 and over. And with Ranak Sharma and Achna, who's still relatively new to the crease, still have quite a mountain to climb. And the good bowling here from the Florida Sharks continues.
That's going to be runs. That's going to be costly runs. Down the leg side, extras, 5 of them. And after such a good over, a tight over from Raj Nanan, you're just letting off the pressure. I just want to take a quick look at this bowling card for the Florida Sharks. You see, in terms of what's been used, Searles has 1, Nanan 1, Barnwell 1. That's 3 of the 6 that you need to make up. So the other 3 have got to be consistent, have got to be economical. Safi's a reliable option, but he can't afford to start like that. 5 free runs. This game of cricket, you don't want to gift any runs. Make them earn them. Much better in terms of where Safi's known to operate from.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like Nanan, Seals and Barnwell are definitely going to be bowling 3. And then the other 3 will be Jay Patak has got 2. Ijaz Safi after this has got 1. And then Seshu has got 3. But his only over went for 16. Jay Patak went 2 for 22. So aside from Nanan, Seals and Barnwell, the other options have been on the expensive side. So it will be interesting to see who gets those extra 3 overs.
Well, this is going to be runs. Fielded covered as well to cut off a boundary. Ranak Sharma hasn't hit a boundary yet in his 11 deliveries now at the crease. And it's really hurting the Eagles because that run rate continues to soar.
Ranak Sharma, he's managed to get 3 doubles, but he hasn't faced a dot ball as yet, so he's managed in those 11 balls to keep things ticking at least. but I agree. Ones and twos are not going to get you 14 runs and over. So he's going to have to start finding the boundary, and quickly, because time is running out. 80 from 34 deliveries. There he goes. There he goes. Ronak Sharma. That's gone a long way, and that's one of many boundaries that they'll need from now on. Ronak Sharma gets one.
Yeah, good strike. First time that they've given him sort of the room and the arc to hit that one over the top. They've purposely kept the straight boundary out of his disposal, and Ijaz Safi, this is a costly over because they've already got 14 runs from it, and there's still 2 deliveries to go. And all of a sudden, that required run rate decreasing. 74 more to win from 33 deliveries. It's not going to be easy. But if Ronak Sharma, we know what he's capable of doing. We've seen him repeat in tournaments of this nature. Have to take out those boundary scoring options. Both your field, you've got a packed offside field, a cover on the boundary. Challenge him wide outside the off stump. Does that, and as you can see, much better result. It'll just be a single. Needs to operate more in that area. Safi doesn't have the pace to be able to try at the stumps, because if he misses, it'll be easy pickings for the batter.
Yeah, those straight boundaries are going to be very easy for a man like Ronak Sharma to target. Got to get it absolutely perfect. On that occasion, Safi didn't, and Ronak Sharma dispatched that a long way back for 6. But this is one of the overs that the Carolina Eagles might feel that they would have liked to target, and they've done that so far. 15 is off it with 2 left to go.
Oh, good change of pace. Really good change of pace from Ijaz Safi. And it just took a while to get to Achna. And cannons into the middle stump, looking to be innovative. He's got to go. They lose their 4th.
Yeah, Achna looking to perhaps play that one of those ramp shots and not getting anything on it. And Ijaz Safi right into the stump. So Achna is gone for 5. It's 124 for 4, the Carolina Eagles.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So you can see a couple of starts from Prabhu. Rajdeep Darbar also got a start, but since, besides Ronak Sharma, no one else able to really heavily contribute to the scoring. And they've got to score them quickly, because even after this type of over, they still need to go at 14 and over. So Safi striking back after being expensive. Who's your money on, Matthew? Tight stage, 73 from 31 deliveries. Who's your money on?
I think Florida Sharks are in control at the moment. Given 14 and over, you've got to favor the bowling side, especially given wickets have started to fall for Carolina. However, they've got Ronak Sharma, and now they've got a very talented Hiren Patel joining him out there in the middle. And they've got the likes of Morali and Karaju can swing his bat. So it's not all totally hopeless for the Carolina Eagles, but with 73 required from pretty much 5 overs, I think Florida Sharks will have to favor them, but strange things can happen. And Ronak Sharma is a man who can definitely do some strange things here for Carolina Eagles.
Well, an expensive over comes to an end. They wanted 2, but they're going to be sent back. Comes to an end, but they've got a wicket. That's important. They broke the partnership. 72 runs to win. 125 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So back, 5 overs remain, 72 to get. It won't be easy, but Ronak Sharma carrying the hopes single-handedly of this Carolina Eagles team. I was just going to make the point in the last over. I don't want to see Kurt Thompson get defensive. I think too often in this tournament, captains have become defensive. He's going for the kill. Raj Nanan back into the attack to bowl his final over. No point holding back your wicket-taking option. You want to get that Sharma wicket. You look at the field he's got. He's got 3 men on this onside boundary. Sort of tells you the length that Nana's going to bowl.
Yeah, I agree with this move. I think that it's very, very smart from Kirk Thompson. I think the right thing to do to try and get a good over in and perhaps put this game 1 to bed once and for all. And Raj Nanan is probably his best option to do so. He hasn't gone a wicket yet, but he has bowled very well. 3.1 overs, none for 17. And given the Carolina Eagles need 14.6 and over, if he can get another good over in, it'll be even tougher for Ronak and co to get out of this one as victors. And he started well so far. Couple of singles to start things off.
And it's a way for other bowlers in this tournament to learn from Raj Nanan, because you see the 2 aspects of his bowling. He pats the leg side boundary. When he wants to go to that full straight option, he makes it very difficult to hit. And then right there, a good length outside off stump. He's pat the offside to just limit to singles. That's good bowling, good cricket. Making it simple but effective.
Yeah, he is a very smart bowler, and he's just in general a great cricketer. Raj Nanan, we saw him earlier with a batting masterclass, and now showing his skills with the ball, and at a crucial time as well. This over's only gone for 3.
Crucial battle here, though. Good matchup between Ronak Sharma, Raj Nanan. Sharma can't afford to just knock it around anymore. 15 runs per over needed. He's got to go. Comes down the track, does that, but he pulls back the length. Raj Nanan, this is good quality bowling. He's stinking the game. This Florida Sharks team, definitely one of the stronger teams in this tournament, will be favourites to win it all. They win here today, pretty much guaranteed a place in Monday's semi-final.
And it's very frustrating as a batsman to know that the bowler isn't giving you anything to work with. Oh, there he goes, Ronak Sharma. We saw him hit one earlier, and now he's gone after Raj Nanan. He was waiting for something, anything that would allow him to hit it up and over, and he's gotten one. And he has not needed a second invitation, has pounced on that one. It's gone all the way for 6. Ronak goes up to 28, and a much-needed maximum for the Carolina Eagles.
Well, a good option from Ronak Sharma. So Ronak Sharma striking that one. How will he finish this over? Raj Nanan, can he get up without a boundary? He can. Good bowling, good comeback. Even though he's conceded a maximum, it's still only 11 runs off the over. It's under the rate. He's a candidate for the man of the match if they can go on to win this. 50 with the bat and a tight spell. 4 overs. 135 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So 4 overs remain. Have to really go all guns blazing A lot will depend on Ronak Sharma, the man on strike, the captain.
And again, Kirk Thompson going to one of his big bowlers, Christopher Barnwell. 3 overs, 1 for 19. Looking to get another good over in. Anything less than 15 will do for the Florida Sharks, which makes things a lot easier, but Ronak Sharma is there and you never know. One big over.
This is hit firmly down the ground. He's got this man at corner because Ronak Sharma has shown that want to go through the leg side. We saw it in the last over off the bowling of Raj Nanan. Just picked him up off a good length over corner. And Barnwell's got the protection in the deep. I don't think he minds Ronak Sharma taking that option, tugging the ball from outside. It's not Barnwell, sorry, it's Ijaz Safi.
You're right. Ijaz Safi, 3.1 overs, 2 for 34. Big over hit for him. If he can slide a good over in, then the Florida Sharks might just be on their way to the playoffs. If it goes wrong, then it can go horribly wrong. Hiren Patel going for a big slice, not connecting. And with every dot ball, those are like gold for the Florida Sharks. Every dot ball is another dent to the hopes of Carolina Eagles.
Ronak Sharma, the main thing will be just to regain the strike. Hiren Patel, yes, you need to hit at this stage, but you need to make connection, bat on ball, so he can give you that opportunity to get a run, at least to get Ronak Sharma on strike. Gonna have to re-bowl that one. It's a no-ball signal. We saw it in the last over where Ijaz Safi bowled a no-ball that went for 6. Sorry, it was actually 5 wides. So it's costly mistakes like this. A free hit coming up for Hiren Patel. Can't change the field either.
Big ball here for Hiren Patel. Has a big chance to get a boundary here. 3 or 5 deliveries.
Just needs to keep it simple, Ijaz Safi. Not sure what the hold-up is between the umpires. Needs to keep it simple, not try too much at this stage. You've got 2 reliable overs coming up from Searles and Barnwell. 1 apiece, so you have to get through this without conceding too many runs. This is a crucial delivery in the scheme of this game. Well bowled, well executed by Ijaz Safi. Get out of that with a dot delivery.
Yeah, Hiran again failing to get bat on ball and has still not gotten Ronak Sharma down to the striker's end. How costly will this over be for the Eagles? It's only gone for 2. And Ronak Sharma still not on strike. Hiren Patel will either need to get him on strike ASAP or go berserk and start hitting 6s and 4s.
So they're bringing up the mid-man at mid-wicket. Probably searching for that fuller length. To Hiren Patel. It's worked a couple of occasions in this over. Can it work again? Possibly produce a wicket delivery. Oh, he goes full, but he's been paid to pay the price. That's a good shot from Hiren Patel. Struggled to make contact a couple of times in this over. But when you hit it at this venue and you time it well, straight back, it's a maximum.
Yeah, another good looking shot from Hiren Patel. Ijaz Safi looking to pitch up. And on this ground, you really got to pitch up the right way. You've really got to nail it. And on that occasion, Hiren Patel seeing his opportunity and taking advantage of the smaller side and hits that all the way for 6. So 143 for 4. Hiren tries to go again, not as much elevation. Protection out there and just a single. So attention shifts to Ronak Sharma. 30 of 18 deliveries, and with 1 ball left in this over, it's now down to Ronak Sharma. What does he do? Does he get a single to keep himself on strike? Or 53 from 19, does he try to end the over with a boundary?
But he can't look for a single because they've only got 10 runs from this over. They need 16 and a half. It's good slower delivery, but he's got to re-bowl that one. Ijaz Safi. trying a lot. Safi under pressure. I like the option though, I must say, I like this option from the Sharks to go wide outside the off stump. It's a better ploy when you've got deep cover on the boundary. You've got a long off as well. You go on a good length. He can only cut. You do have protection with that sort of wide point right of your screen. So still 52 needed. How do you finish the over, Safi? And it's going to be another extra, another wide. Just need to get out of this over. One delivery remaining.
Ija Safi has struggled a bit in terms of extras. He's balled 2 no balls and 7 wides. So final ball and a big one here for Ronak Sharma. How does it finish?
In the air. Hasn't got the elevation, but it falls short of Nanan at that cow corner region. Position for that. Good delivery by Safi though. Slower delivery again. Had to wait on it. End of the over. 147 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Three overs remain.
Barnwell is back, 3 overs, 1 for 19. 50 required from the final 3 overs. And he's bowling to Ronak Sharma. First ball, Ronak Sharma tries to go big, it's in the air. 1 is all they'll get. So a good start. Round 1 you'd say goes to Barnwell, only a single and Ronak is off strike.
Yeah, this could be probably the game-defining moment. If Barnwell can get out of this over, maybe conceding 10 or less, I think that could very well do it for this. It would be extremely tough to score 40 or around 40 runs in the last 2 overs. Good delivery from Christopher Barnwell. Even though, yes, they conceded the bye, you don't mind that too much. Singles can't win the game at this stage.
Florida Sharks will still want to defend every single run. Do still think that there is some drama left in this game. 48 from 16.
It's a good punch in the offside, and it'll be 4. Need maybe 5 more of those in this over. And there's only 3 deliveries left, so it tells you how difficult this situation is. The 150 comes up with a boundary though.
Ronak Sharma moves up to 36 off 21 deliveries. He's only faced 1 dot ball, so whatever Ronak Sharma has done in those 21, he's kept things moving. 1 4 and 2 6s to his name. But now is the time. It all comes down to this. And there he goes. Launches another one into the parking lot for 6. Ronak Sharma moves into the 40s with that one. And he's not giving up.
But that 6 makes things very interesting in this game, because now looking at a much better position in this over. Already taken 12 runs from it. Still have a couple of deliveries remaining. Ronak Sharma just always knew when he was in 12 from 8 deliveries. It was only a matter of time before he had to kick into this next gear. But clearly he used that time well to his advantage to get himself in. Much better option from Barnwell. Very hard to score a boundary on that delivery, but they come out for 2. Good running. Excellent running between these two. A partnership worth 37.
Yeah, the running has to be great between these two, because going to be very hard to find the boundary every ball. The next best thing is to get those doubles in. So the running and the communication will have to be perfect from Hiren and Ronak Sharma in the next 13 balls. Final one coming up here. 14 has come off this over so far.
Pulls, but no real timing on it. It's just going to be 2. Run out chance to the keeper's end. If they get this, he could be gone. It hits the rack. And the umpire says not out. Did Barnwell hit the stumps or did the keeper hit the stumps? Wanted to get a replay of that before we go to break. End of 18, 163 for 4. Audio.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So 2 overs remain, 34. This penultimate to be bowled by Javon Searles becomes so crucial. And Ronak Sharma will have to think, how much can he score in the last over? Before he does that, though, he's got 6 balls to utilize off the base of Javon Searles, but it won't be easy to hit him.
Hiren Patel is on strike. He's on 10. 34 from 12 deliveries. 2 sixes can turn this game on its head.
17
runs.
runs.
So kind of good over.
Yeah, 17 runs per over on this ground is not untouchable. You can still score at that. We've seen it happen previous occasions in this tournament. Here we go. Crucial over coming up from Searles. Starts with a maximum. Barnwell can only watch. It was flat, but it was high enough. And Hiren Patel getting on the act.
Was just saying 2 sixes can really turn this game in favor of the Carolina Eagles. There's one of them. And Hiren Patel, although he's not the main man, you'd think Ronak Sharma is. Hiren Patel is playing a decent hand. That's his second 6. He moves up to 16. And there's no better way to start this over than a maximum. Here's Seals again.
But pulls this one. And there is Rajnanan on the boundary, but couldn't get there. Had to prevent the boundary scoring option. I'd much rather see that ploy from Searles. I'd much rather Hiren Patel or Ronak Sharma pull, pace on, pull it into a bigger square boundary. You've got protection on both sides of the field, as opposed to that straight option. Good adjustment from Searles nonetheless. Have to keep these balls down to, well, the run scoring down to a minimum. Try up the boundary scoring options.
.27 from 10, 16.2 needed. Seals, Ronak.
Helps it along its way. There's a fine leg though. And he drops the catch. That could be the game right there in the hands of the Sharks.
Massive, absolutely massive moment there. Javon Seals thought he had a wicket. Ronak, and he thought he had Ronak Sharma as well, but it's been put down. Might be the sub. But Hiren is back on strike. 26 from 9 required. Still singles, not the end of the world for the Sharks. Hiren slices that one away. It's running away. Will they go for 4? Yes, it will. So another boundary and 4 more. The runs keep coming here at the end here for the Eagles.
12 from the first 4 deliveries. And that required rate coming down. They're doing well, this pair. Partnership now going past 50. It's coming no time. Just what was needed against the experienced bowlers of Barnwell, Nanan, and now Searles as well. The attacking options for the Sharks. 2 deliveries remain. Where does Javon Searles go? I think he's going to go wide Yorker. No, he doesn't. He goes in the slot. That is the biggest of the day. It's been powered out the ground. Hiran Patel's take a bow.
That has been smoked for 6. Hiran Patel. He has taken the show here. He's stolen the show from Ronak Sharma, who we thought was meant to be the big man and lead the Eagles home if they were to win. Hiran Patel has taken over and has hit some massive blows near the end of this innings. And 16 from 7 deliveries. Look at how this game has come down. Hiran Patel and Ronak Sharma, a partnership of 57 off just 25. Javon Searles, where does he go for this final ball?
Advantage Eagles. Has to be advantage Eagles from here.
Has to be.
Searles has got to close it out. Oh, they need a wicket. They need a wicket, the Sharks. Goes short, off the body. May have got some bat on it as well. 2 is the call, but it'll only be a single. It's going to be 15 to get when we come back. Don't move a muscle. 182 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Who would have expected it to come down to this? And remember, how costly could that last 5 overs for the Sharks be, where they just lost their way a bit? Yes, they got up to 196, but at one stage, you expect them to get well past 200. Now we see the importance of 10 to 15 runs. 25 or 30 is very different to 15 in the last over. Looks like Jay Patak is going to be trusted. Big call by the captain, Kurt Thompson. Your money's still on the Sharks, Matthew?
I think at this point you've got to give the advantage to Eagles. So we've seen some absolute power hitting here from Ronak and Hiran. And with Jay Patak, someone who's bowled 2 overs for 22, given the responsibility of bowling the final over, I think most people would probably at this stage say the Eagles have the better shot of winning.
So Patak, 2 overs for 22 runs. That's the economy rate of 11. Even that would win the game for the Sharks. But the more than setting that Hiran Patel, I say even more than Ronak Sharma, it's been a Patel show in the last couple of overs. He's carried them to this position. Can he win it for them? He goes full, but it doesn't have enough. A man at long off can't take the catch. And it's gone all the way for a maximum.
Not a great start from Jay Patak. Hiran Patel goes up and over first ball. Fielder was underneath it for quite some time, but in the end just sailing over Ijaz Safi's head. And right away Raj Nanan is posted out there. But fielders won't matter if Hiran Patel can continue clearing them.
He didn't get that off the middle by any means, but Hiran Patel's still able to find a maximum. So they've moved this deep square leg fielder out. And they've put him at, it's actually Raj Nanan. He's gone to long off. They've switched out Ijaz Safi and Raj Nanan. It goes again, but this time, Christopher Barnwell, a very reliable fielder at cow corner. It's just going to be 1. It's now 8 needed from 4. This could go either way still, but you expect the Eagles, who have done all the hard work to get them here, you expect them to take this game.
1 boundary, and that really should be that. Jay Patak will have to bowl 4 of his best deliveries to get the Sharks home to victory here. But what a display from Hiran and Ronak Sharma, regardless of the result. It's been an amazing partnership of 65 of 28 deliveries. A tremendous effort.
Cannot be full. Cannot be full from Jay Patak. He will dispatch you. It goes straight up. Hasn't got any distance on it. 3 men under it. And Javon Searles puts it down. Another chance gone a begging. We've seen so many in this game. It was an extremely difficult chance. Let's not get that wrong. He ran in all the way from long on to about straight mid-wicket. Made a full stretch dive, and it just bounced out the hands at the last minute.
Yeah, a very big moment there. Again, Ronak Sharma put down again. Javon Searles had to run in a long way. Not the easiest of chances at put down. So Ronak is on 49. I'm not sure he cares about the 50. I think he cares about the 6 runs that they need from the final 3 deliveries.
6 from 3. One boundary here you think would wrap this game up, but a wicket could swing the pendulum back in the favour of the Sharks. It was a good option by Patak. Ronak Sharma had to wait, couldn't really get under it, it wasn't full enough. And it just went straight up. But fortunately for him, didn't fall to what wasn't taken. That is 6. And with it, the game, possibly. They're running on the field, and it is the game. The Carolina Eagles, yet again, haven't played the prettiest or most flashy brand of cricket, but they've got the job done, they've executed well. And they chased down 196 with 2 balls to spare, courtesy of a fantastic performance by Ronak Sharma, 55, a match-winning innings. And in the end, Hiran Patel, 35 from 16. Don't underestimate the quality and importance of that. It's been a thrilling game, thrilling encounter. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the man of the match when we come back.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead। जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtf। अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Welcome to the post-match presentation of the CBTF USPL in association with MTR. Joined here with me is a co-founder of USPL, Ashok Chopra. So how have you been finding this first edition in terms of the talent and the quality of the tournament?
I think for the first edition of USPL, it's beyond our expectation. Yeah. We really worked hard as a team to bring cricket, a very professional league to New York, for our first edition, and the amount of talent we have seen, it's mind-blowing. Yeah. So we are very happy, and we will try to get better from here. Yeah.
In the second match, the Carolina Eagles have beat the Florida Sharks by 6 wickets, thanks to our man of the match and the skipper, Ronak Sharma. Ronak, 56 not out, 2 wins, 2 man of the match awards. I mean, that 6 at the end, sealing the deal. How does it feel?
Again, I'm going to repeat myself, not a game for the faint-hearted. Yeah, good to finish on the right side of things. Great team effort. I think pulling them back from 120 to 197, I think that was a great show by our bowlers, and I think top batsmanship by all the batters.
Absolutely. I think, the batting, the way it went, but, in the last 3 overs, 50 needed. And I think the partnership you had with you and Hidden, both taking charge, exceptional.
Yeah, that was planned. That was something that I was looking for. In the last 3 overs, I thought that even if it was 60, I was backing myself to get them. And luckily for us, it worked out exactly the way I planned it.
And then what was the chat? I saw you, talking to the batsmen that were coming, and especially with here, and there was a lot of discussion that you were going on.
Yeah, it was just simple. If both of us stay till the 20th over, I knew that we'd probably take this home because the pressure would be on the fielding team, and that's exactly what happened. So, learning from Dhoni, taking it deep.
Well played, and congrats on the win. One more match to go, and hopefully we'll see you in the playoffs. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's it here. We have the third game coming up, Texas Cowboys versus the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. A must-win for both the games. Stay tuned.